Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Let me see where I'm going to start this. Come on over. Is it a cover up? Good morning, too beautiful. How you doing, sugar? How are you? Y'all come on in here. We're going to talk about some things, baby. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Come on over. Bring some laughter, bring some grin. Most of all, just bring your friends and say, come on over. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on in here. I say, get on in here. We gon' ride around on this bus. We gon' discuss some of this old stuff. Yes, we gon' talk about this neck for a minute. Is it a cover up? Is it a cover up, y'all? What do y'all think? Is it a cover up? The neck missing? Something just ain't right about this, y'all. And him right here. Him right there. And that the other one too. But is this really a cover up? Y'all come on in here. How y'all doing? How y'all be? Happy Thursday, baby, because God gave us this day. But we can speak on it. We can speak on it, yes. If we don't do nothing else, we can speak on it, baby. I don't took my whole damn picture. All right. Doing too much, Loretta. Doing too much on this Thursday. Hey, y'all be. Auntie was coming, baby. I hope y'all weren't worried because I was coming. You know, Auntie been running around, ripping and everything else, but I'm coming. Yes, let's play this intro. Let's get this little
Tides boosted for
energy going, baby. So we can get into some things. Everybody welcome in. All the olds and trolls, welcome in. Don't take nobody out. Unless they get too much. They get to be too much. Come on over. Be gone. Come on. Be gone. How y'all doing? Y'all come on in here, babies. Boogie woogies. Yes, it's a cover up. It's a cover up. You know, I gotta explain some things because a lot of people do get confused by the body part being taken out the body and put back in the body. So far, I'll explain everything to y'all when y'all come on in here because you know a lot of people they don't understand. Well, I can comprehend some of it, but it definitely is a cover up, you know, like I said. Auntie gonna speak up what she gotta say. Y'all get on in here now, come on. I appreciate the love, I appreciate the support, all of what y'all do, but make sure if you are able to get that little $2.99 membership. And Miss Lo gonna be giving away some memberships tomorrow night. Yes, baby, I think I'm gonna finish them on out for the month, because this is at the end of the month, baby. Close to it anyway. Say everybody welcome in, everybody welcome in. Bring more than one friend. All the olds and trolls, y'all are welcome in. Come in here respectfully. Come on over. Come on over. Come, run around. Let's all go to auntie house. Let's go to auntie house. I say, come on over. Come on over. How y'all do? How y'all be? Y'all come on in here so we can talk about it. That's auntie house. That's right. That's right. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over. Come on, children. Come on over. 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 Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on. I say, come on in here. Bring some happiness. Bring some laughter. Bring some happiness. Just bring your friends. I say, come on over. Auntie like to make them mad. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on in here. Hell yeah. I say, get on in here. It's alright. We're gonna ride around on this bus. We're gonna discuss some of this old stuff. I say, come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over to auntie house. I say, come on in here. Every day. Come on in here. Auntie house. Bring that laughter, bring that grin. And make sure you bring your friends. I say, come on over to your auntie house. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, everybody, welcome in. Everybody, welcome in. Bring more than one friend. Everybody, just come on in. Just come on over. Come on over. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over. 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 Auntie house. Come. Run around. Let's all go to auntie house. Let's go to auntie house. I say, come on over. Come on over. How y'all do? How y'all be? Y'all come on in here so we can talk about it. That's auntie house. That's right. Cause we can and we will, baby. Auntie house. Get in here. Auntie house. We gonna get on this bus. Oh shit. Come on now. The hell I Come on over. Come on, children. Come on over. 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 Come on over to the auntie house. Come on in here. Bring some happiness. Bring some laughter. Bring some friends. Most of all, just bring your friends. I say, come on over. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on in here. I say, get on in here. We gon' ride around on this bus. We gon' discuss some of this old stuff. I say, come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over to auntie house. I say, come on in here. Come on in here. Bring that laughter, bring that grin. Make sure you bring your friends. I say, come on over to your auntie house. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, everybody, welcome in. Everybody, welcome in. Bring more than one friend. Everybody, just come on in. Just come on over. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over. 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 auntie house. I say, come on over. Come on over. How y'all do? How y'all feel? Y'all come on in here so we can talk about it. That's auntie house. Come, run to auntie house. Come on over. Come on over. Come on, children. Come on over. 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 Come on over to the auntie house. I say, come on. I say, come on in here. Bring some happiness. Bring some laughter. Bring some grin. Most of all, just bring your friends. I say, come on over. Come on over. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on in here. Hell yeah. I say, get on in here. Auntie house. We gon' ride around on this bus. We done run. Oh shit. I'm just doing too goddamn much. Come on, y'all doing too much, y'all. Bring that laughter, bring that grin. Make sure you bring your friends. I say, come on over to your auntie house. Come on over to your auntie. Y'all know auntie got to make us mad, baby. Auntie dropping those pounds again, baby. Everybody just come on in, just come on over. I'm gonna be fine by the time my birthday get here. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. By the time Auntie's birthday get here, Lord will spend my life. I'm gonna be a brick house. No, I'm already making them mad looking like this. They'll sit like this. That's right. That's right. Cause we can and we will and we're gonna talk about it. Show lives. Don't put it out here on the YouTube streets if you don't want us to talk about it, baby. So that's what we do over here all day long. Yes, baby, I ain't got nothing to do but come out here and talk about it, shit. Auntie, baby, big ass, yes, baby. Come on over. Come on, children. Come on over. 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 Come on over to the auntie house. I say, come on. I say, come on in here. Bring some happiness. Bring some laughter. Bring some grin. Most of all, just bring your friends. I say, come on over. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on in here. Hell yeah. I say, get on in here. It's alright. We're gonna ride around on this bus. We gonna discuss some of this old stuff. I say, come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over to auntie house. I say, come on in here. Every day. Come on in here. Auntie house. Bring that laughter, bring that grin. Make sure you bring your friends. I say, come on over to your auntie house. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, everybody welcome in. Everybody welcome in. Bring more than one friend. Everybody just come on in. Just come on over. Come on over. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over. Get in here. Come on over. Come on over. Come, run around. Let's all go to auntie house. Let's go to auntie house. I say, come on over. Come on over. Come on over. How y'all do? How y'all be? Y'all come on in here so we can talk about it. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. If you're new over here, this is Auntie Baby Boogie Woogies, the old and the young, baby. And one thing about here, over here, we ain't no David Downer, baby. We have a good time, and we talk what we see on the YouTube street. So that's all. We just opinionated people. It's our opinion. We ain't talking about nobody. We giving our opinion. We very opinionated over here. And this auntie right here, very opinionated over here. So we're going to talk about, we got still what find out about this, my little nephew. I'm still trying to find out what y'all done did to my nephew. Something ain't right here. Now we got to find out what y'all did to my damn nephew. Come on, white people. I love y'all. I love the little white children. I helped raise some of y'all little white children. But I know when y'all don't be telling the truth, too. See, auntie know when you be don't telling the truth. You know, if it was an accident or something like that, come out and just be truthful and honest. Stuff that have to go all across the United States, cross 5 or 6 countries before we find out the truth. He did go away off the island. And then to get him, why? It's a lot of whys. But one thing about it, we're going to pray, because that's what we do every day over here. Ain't nobody going to stop me for having prayer every morning. Lord Jesus, thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, merciful God. Thank you, forgiving God. Thank you for, most of all, understanding God. Understanding God most of all. Just being there for me and my auntie, baby, Boogie Woogie, good babies. Babies all over the land and the world, Jesus. Thank you for having mercy on our families this morning, our children, Jesus. Cover them in your blood, our loved ones, Jesus. Protecting each and every last one of every day as they go through this thing called life. Jesus, you don't take the hate out of people's heart and let them understand, Jesus. Hate shall not. And I know sometimes everybody be going through something. I'm going through something. Family members going through something. Jesus, cover all us in your blood, Father. Cover all us in your blood and protect us. You know, whatever you're going through, have that personal relationship with God. Miss Lowe can tell some lies and bake some pies, I call it over here. But one thing I can tell you is true. There is a God. If I can't tell you nothing else, woo, I know so well there's a God. No matter how you feel, just have your own personal relationship with Him. Yes, have your own personal relationship with Jesus. For you can understand, and He will give you the knowledge to understand Him better. Yes, He will, because He gave it to me. Low down burden, I can take it to my Savior. So whatever we're going through this morning, whatever it is, let God open those doors for you. God gonna open every door for every last one of y'all today, Jesus. You're having any kind of problems, whatever, sadness, emotional, depressed, worry about a doggone bill, or how you gonna pay that rent. Don't you worry about it, because God don't open those doors for you already. See, when you don't worry about stuff, it works out, and it always works out. When it don't work out, when you stress yourself over it. If that man coming home tonight, or whatever your situation may be, or you don't got some bad news from the doctor, whatever, you better keep on living. You know you feeling fine right now. Well, you gonna worry, make yourself sick because you worry about what the hell he just told you. You better live your life, because you ain't going nowhere till God get ready for you. I just want to come out here and tell each and every last one of y'all I love y'all, and thank you, Jesus, for this beautiful Thursday that you created. In Jesus' name we pray on this beautiful Thursday. Amen. How y'all doing? How y'all be, baby? I don't care what you don't did, what you don't said. You all right with me? That's one thing about me. I don't hold grudges. I don't hold grudges, and I couldn't never hold no grudges towards none of y'all for this doggone album. I'm a shit talker, y'all know that right now. But do Miss Lowe hold grudges? Hell no. Do I get mad? Hell yeah. That's life. Do I talk ish? If I want to. That's life, y'all. It's life. It's life. It's life. It's life. But we got bigger things to fry. And you know, sometimes you have to put people on hold because you into something else. And Miss Low like being into something else. You know what I'm saying? I got to be into something else. Let me speak to my auntie, baby, boogie, woogies, bush babies. How y'all doing? How y'all be? Happy Thursday, baby. Happy Thursday. We made it. Then we make it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Believe in God. Trust in God. You know, and I can't tell you, everybody got their own beliefs, but have your own personal relationship. You may not believe in God. You may believe in something else. You know, whatever you believe in, always know to love each other and forgive each other. That's all. That's all. You know, you can't make people believe. People got to believe what they want to believe. You know? But like I said, I don't told y'all how I don't experience it. You know, my close walk with God and stuff like that. Regardless of what these people say. That woman always out there talking about this. This is an app where you can be opinionated. You know, y'all is so don't understand nothing. They be so don't understand nothing. She talking about me. No, people are giving their opinion. They already always on this app talking about me. They being opinionated. You on the public app and you doing ridiculous thing on this app, so they gonna get their opinion how they feel about it. Like it or not. Ain't nobody talking about you. Yeah, this is opinionated app. Cut that crap off. You know, they be trying to make this app like it ain't the app. It's the people who don't know how to use the app. That app ain't made for that right there. That app ain't made for that. That app is made, but it's made for soft porn and all that. Come on now, we ain't got time for that. We got to find out what happened to my damn nephew. I ain't got time for it right now. I don't. Because this stirs my heart. I don't care what nobody say. Too beautiful. How you doing? Stacy, how you doing? Lakeisha girl, how you doing? Jamila, how you doing? Katie, father needs to be investigated. I agree with you, sugar. Where is he? They say that man got lost. Okay. Hey, good eats by Robin. Hey, Scarecrow. Damn, Granny, you looking... Scarecrow, thank you. I see you, Auntie. Yeah, Auntie come out here. She gonna upset him. I love coming out here upsetting because I have me a good time. I mean, I'm embracing my old age. I'm enjoying myself. Y'all just don't know. All right, Auntie. Yes, I say Auntie gonna be a brick house by the time the birthday come. Y'all see that trunk I got back there getting smaller and better every day. Hey, T. Baker, how you doing, my love? Hey, Nathaniel, how you doing? Too beautiful, not familiar with what happened those through the music. It's beautiful. Okay, thank you, baby. Hey, Lewis. Just human time to get views off some unfortunate kids there. Baby, let me get rid of you because I don't even like you. How you say it, then? I don't know who the hell you is. You trying to get my damn attention. And I ain't finna give it to you, not today, sugar. I don't have time. Now you get your A on, okay? Lumberjack. Woo, baby. Damn sure ain't getting nothing from you. Everyone right here have their own opinion. Exactly. Hey, Alvin, how you doing? Good morning. You looking really nice. Thank you, Stephanie. We ain't got time for these hating ass beads around here. Because you can't entertain nobody. That's your damn problem. Hey, Shaquita. Good morning, Auntie Boogie Woogies. Love your channel. Some creators disagree. The whole chat got quiet. I love your channel. And everyone's talk. That's exactly. Everyone. And this is an app that you can be opinionated on. That's why you can't sue nobody. You can't take nobody to court. Because the judge going to tell your ass to get up off this app. Because this is freedom of speech and YouTube support that 100%. Everybody, hey, Dr. J, how you doing? Everybody got their own opinion about everything. Good morning. And you know, a lot of people are being racist about this young man because they don't want black people to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Because something happened to that boy. Something happened to him. And like I say, I raised two sons. I raised the son and the grandson. And you know, I got a Nolan. Because my grandbaby just turned 21 years old. And I know all his friends are like Nolan friends. He got black cousins and stuff that he hang with. But my grandson don't hang with no black boys. The most of the black boys that my grandson hang with, those are his cousins. Not guys that he don't met on the street. You know what I'm saying? And he been like that mostly all his life. He ain't just got like this because of this Nolan. My grandbaby been like this. And this why this is so familiar to me, because my grandbaby was like Nolan. He loved it, everybody. Everybody at the school, he won an award at high school for being the most respectful young man at school. They gave him a reward at Topham Spring High School because every time I go to that school, those teachers would tell me, black and white, oh my God, oh, Tariq is so respectful. The police officers, everybody. No, my child was respectful and loved. And Nolan was the same way. He was the same way. And he reminded me of my grandbaby. Just trying to get along with everybody. Just trying to enjoy life. Now they want to say, oh, he was drinking and all this. What kids don't have a drink at 18? Too many little ones, say thank the ones subscribe to the channel. I know that's right. How you doing, Sugar Man? Hey, Monique, Grand Rising, the world favorite auntie. Yeah, thank you, love. Thank you. Dr. J, okay, good morning, everyone. I am in the chat. Come on in, girl, because we're going to talk about it. I don't care who like it or not. That's what we do over here. We discuss this stuff. And you know, people always trying to come over here with negative things because they feel like you have moved on a little bit and they get jealous. Because they're trying to take you back left. You know, unfortunately, you want people to come out here and, you know, raise hell with two black women, raise hell every day. Every day you ain't going to get that till I get ready to give it to you. And you ain't got to come over here, period. But see, people don't know how to talk about intelligent stuff. You know, when somebody died, it's because people ain't experienced that. Miss Loretta don't experience all of this. So this is a great topic for me to talk about till I find out what the hell happened to little Nolan. As y'all call him, little no. Something happened to Nolan. And it's a effing cover up. You hear me? It's a cover up. It don't make no damn sense for this boy to disappear. Well, now they said thousands of people be on that island. So I know damn well that boy would not want to stay out there. An 18-year-old, they is still shy. You think an 18-year-old gonna let somebody leave them behind on an island full with thousands of people for a girl? Come on, that don't even sound right. An 18-year-old is shy unless somebody gave him some drugs or something and he just said, and I don't think he would have been that gullible. I think he still would have went with y'all. It's just stuff. It's not adding up like that damn neck missing out his body. Now, what the hell is y'all trying to hide? Come on now. Y'all trying to hide something. Lewis said, I just don't like Al Shorten and being trying to take the advantage of the situation to make money for themselves. They aren't helping the poor in the hood and their legal troubles without any pain. Well, I have to disagree with you on that one. Because, honey, if it wasn't for Benjamin Trump, George Floyd wouldn't have got a goddamn thing. And so many others would not got a damn thing. This George Al Shorten and Benjamin Crump have did more for what other attorneys you know have did more for the black people? What other attorneys you know? What other attorneys you know that don't took cases and don't did for the black people? For the black people. You know, Benjamin Crump got enough money, he ain't never, Al Short damn sure got enough money, he ain't never got to work no more. And I think they sincere and they do care. Whatever it is, money or not, we still have a little boy, a young man, that got nobody seen him go nowhere. Now, if Benjamin Crump, Johnny Crocker, the child was biggest crook, had 2 and 3 wives, I mean, outside children. Johnny Crocker was the biggest damn attorney. He got OJ off for murder. And everybody know OJ did it. Come on now. Come on. Don't you even try to put Benjamin Crump nowhere, Johnny Crocker. No, that was the damn crook right there. Okay? He knew OJ murdered that damn woman, but he still stayed on the case and helped OJ get off of it. Everybody knows OJ murdered the code. Of course he did. But Johnny acquitted him though. But see, Benjamin Crump have did more for black men than any other black attorney. I don't give a damn what he sound like. I don't care how he talk. But that's an intelligent, smart man. So if Benjamin Crump had to push this and just cover this shit on the rug, they would never know what happened to their child. If something happened to one of mine, and God forbid that it do, I'm calling Benjamin Crump. I'm calling Benjamin Crump. Because Benjamin Crump didn't take that other boy case because that other boy commit a murder. And he did. But no, Al Short and Benjamin Crump, and you got your opinion, and ain't nothing wrong with that, Louis. Miss Loretta support them all day long. You got the wrong soul sister. Because me and Benjamin Crump got a lot in common. We don't speak correct language. Okay? But people know we some smart bitches. The people know we some intelligent bitches. Although you may not get it all up, but you can't pull nothing over neither one of our goddamn head. No matter what we talk, no matter what we sound like. Because all these other black attorneys supposed to be Uncle Tom's attorneys. They won't be nothing but a damn sellout. Benjamin Crump ain't never know. You know, a lot of attorneys will be a sellout. Those white people can give them $1 million under the table and say, throw this case off. But see, Benjamin Crump don't do stuff like that. We don't see what he done did for black families. We don't see how this man have fought justice. And Al Short, nobody should never want to say that bad about that man. That man been helping the black people since I was a young girl. And Al Short got some age on him. He ain't no young man. Al Short got to be hitting every bit of close to 90, 80 in his late 80s. And look at him. He's still out there fighting for us. Still out there fighting for us. He ain't getting a dime. He said that. He don't never get nothing. I didn't know that. He don't never get money for these cases. But Al Short got money because he been out there for a long time. He get a lot of donations. A lot of people appreciate what he doing for the black community. Al Short don't get paid. Al Short came to Clearwater, Florida. When he came to Clearwater, Florida, that made me gave him the most up respect for Al Short. Because a little small town that I'm from, and he came there with that white man, and that white man doing prison time right now. If it weren't for Benjamin Crump and him coming there, that man probably wouldn't never be doing a day in his life. So the thing is, we can say it's for money, we can say it for views, that still don't change what the F happened to Nolan. Okay? It still don't change that. Something happened to Nolan. And God gonna reveal it. Now you gonna tell me out of thousands of people on this island, nobody seen Nolan. What the hell did he do? Turn into a fish and went underneath the sea? That didn't happen. Nolan got back on the boat with them, He got back on the boat with somebody, but I said, I'm going to stick to my story. I knew he went back with them. And like I said, a lot of people think the told people came. The told people have came out and said, no, they didn't go to that boat. That by the time they got there, the boat had already started by running again, and they canceled it. They canceled it. The told people have came out and let the people know. No, we didn't go back to that boat. No, we did not. By the time we got to that boat, they had already started that boat up. And I still say, hey, loving my grandson, and everybody coming in, I'll speak to y'all in a minute. Let me finish getting this out. I still say they was tussling on that boat. They was fighting on that boat. They fought so hard till they damn near sank the boat. And I think Nolan, at the end, they gonna find out that it was a struggle. They gonna find out that Nolan fought for his life. Same way like my brother Gooby Goo did. Fought for y'all get my life. So come on now. Get me in the Amarissa. I need to be in the Amarissa. Nolan fought for his life. It was some tussling on that boat. And his best friend right here talking, Nolan wasn't on the boat with him. Nolan wasn't on the boat with that white boy. Who right here talking to the Uncle Tom, the police officer. Oh, Uncle Tom's ass over there. He was not on the boat with Nolan. So how in the hell he gonna tell the story when he wasn't even with Nolan? He didn't even ride with Nolan. Nolan rode on a whole new different boat. Too many people speaking with no else. And it still don't prove the point what the H happened to him. Here for it. Where did he disappear? No, he ain't just no damn pier. Nolan got back on that same right glass boat, was breaking down. Now, what made them guilty to me? Why they ain't show up to his funeral? Let me tell you something. If these kids were so innocent, their mamas, their fathers would have got dressed and they would have went to that funeral. Because they would have showed the world we don't have nothing to hide. We didn't put our hands on Nolan. We didn't harm Nolan. And we is at this funeral. We at this funeral. But somebody did something. That's why they don't went scared. That's why they don't lawyer up. If you didn't do nothing, why the hell you lawyering up? Why you don't go to a funeral? And you say you love Nolan so much. You could have hired a chaperone, anything to take. You know the black folks ain't gonna mess with you because we is not that type of people. We don't do stuff like that. We don't. Especially in Mississippi, they got them trained. Hey! Damn sure do. They wasn't gonna finna touch no damn white people if they would have came to that goddamn funeral. But the thing is, they should have. If you love little no-no, like y'all call them, y'all say little no-no. We love no-no. Wait, why the hell y'all ain't go to the funeral? Ain't that kind of strange? He had so many white friends. So many white friends. But wasn't no white people there. Not even the ones who ain't got nothing to do with it. See, this how Mississippi be. Here in Florida, he would have had some white friends come to that funeral. He would have. But for none of them not to show up at all, their parents could have went with them. Hey, we loved it, Nolan. Nolan was at my house all the time. And wasn't nobody going to stop me for saying my goodbyes to No-No. We don't have nothing to hide. It's at the funeral. But guilty conscience tell on themselves. See, they know what happened to this baby. They know what happened to him. And God knows I ain't going to rest until I find out what happened to him. I don't give a damn what you say. I ain't going to rest till I find out because something did happen to him. If nothing didn't happen to him, why the neck was missing at the body? That's what was missing, y'all, the neck. Why that was taken? Because the neck can tell so many things. So why he got to go back to the other autopsy and get the damn neck? Because you know it was the black man who performed it. I was intending to get a picture of him perform the autopsy. So he got to go back and get the neck. The neck tell a lot of things when it happened to people. They can tell what time you died. They can tell if you was in a struggle. See, they removed the most important part. That's what make it look so sketchy. If nobody did nothing to him, they would have been able to tell, was it a natural cause of death? No, it wasn't no natural cause. That was a afterleaf. That boy was healthy as a damn a horse, as the old people can say. That boy was very healthy. And like I said, if he was in a struggle, he was struggling. They could tell that if he was in a struggle. See, the neck speaks a lot of things. And they know this. That's why you know this is a damn cover-up right there when that neck is gone. The neck can tell what he had in his system. See, the most important things about autopsy come from the neck. And they knew this. And they probably never get the neck. They probably never get the neck, and nobody probably never get charged. Because it's unconclusive right now. It's unconclusive. And they know this. When they took his neck, they didn't send his neck back with the second, the first. They took his neck the first one. Unless the feds move in and take it over. That's the only way these people are going to be charged. But through state, I don't think they're going to be charged through state. I think they're going to be charged through fed. Because it got to be looked into a lot deep now when that neck is gone. See, I didn't know the neck showed so much until I've been watching. That's why the neck is missing. That's why the neck missing, y'all. I ain't never heard of no shit like that in my life. But all the other body parts, what they say they took, they was already taken and they was in a bag inside his body. So, you know, a lot of people is kind of confused with that. Wasn't no body parts taken. They was taken out and put in a bag, but they was inside his body. So the only thing was taken was his neck. The neck is missing. The neck is missing. I think all his other organs and stuff, they was taken out of his body, but they was put in the bag back inside his body, you know. But the neck is gone. And the man said the neck tell a lot of things. The neck can tell if Nolan was struggling. They can tell what he had, what he took. If he had anything, the neck tell a whole lot. So that's why the neck is missing, y'all. Get the lights up. I appreciate you. Love you. If you're in the bush, run me on up, baby. Run me on up. Shakila said they need to fire that stepmother judge, and she was trying to cover up everything and not going to get away with it. She behind it. She behind it. Those people would never knew to remove that neck. She's a judge. I tell y'all, judges know everything. Whoever had these people, and you know, all of them should be charged federal. I'm just going to say it. Including the people, the sheriff, all of y'all know something behind this shit. It's a cover-up. Nobody may not never be charged because the boy neck is gone. And that's how they can tell whatever happened to Nolan. Now they can't really tell what happened to Nolan because the neck is missing. The neck is missing. But we all know something happened to him. Benjamin Crump is a smart man. And Al Sharpton is too. You know, maybe y'all new generation don't think the same as Miss Loretta, but Miss Loretta is old school. And like I say, Benjamin Crump, I know I'm older than Benjamin Crump, but I'm not older than Al Sharpton. No, I'm not. They left him there, and I think he tried to swim back, but died. That baby was died. I believe, you know, that's your opinion. But I believe he was dead when he hit the water. I mean, hell. And he just floated back. You know, I believe this is what Miss Loretta believed. And y'all ain't got to agree with me. y'all can tell me what y'all believe too. Cause this all our opinion. That's what we do over here. And nobody don't call each other name. We don't hate each other. We love each other. But we all, I like when people think it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because I have something to listen to too. I say, you know, you may be right. I ain't think about it like that away. But this is what Miss Loretta thinking. I keep saying this. I believe that boy fought. I believe he fought. I believe it was a struggle on that boat till they damn near drowned that boat, because the told people admitted yesterday that they didn't go to that boat. That call was canceled. And they turned around. See what I'm saying? Most of them keep coming out every day. Every day. What happened to the boat? I believe it was a struggle on that boat. I believe they fought like hell on that boat. Whatever happened, something did happen. Okay, let me read some of y'all comments. If the friends have nothing to hide, why do they call now and have lawyers and are quiet? That's right. Why they didn't show up for the funeral? Lewis said getting rid of a judge is a political process. She's not going anywhere. At least right now, stepmom is with her son. All the way on this, justice for mine never comes. Shaking my head. You're right. You're right. It'll be, you know, it's going to take the feds to get rid of her. And that could take years. That's all I got to say. And they got to prove that she was involved with this some kind of way. They ain't going to get rid of her just like that. That's true. Fences 1684, the reports is not true. 1684. Good morning. Okay, Matthew. How you doing, Matthew? The Republicans are interested in covering this up. It is a cover up. Well, that net gone, ain't it? That's what I'm saying. That net gone is definitely a cover up. But what could they do about it? Because they know they ain't finna be charged. Because it ain't no families. They need to file that stuff. But you know they can't file like that. They can't get that neck report from the first autopsy dummy. Well, since I'm a dummy, since I'm a damn dummy, why they ain't just send it over, dummy? You didn't think that the first autopsy man, hey, could you send me his neck? Y'all forgot it. You don't think that he didn't ask for it, dummy? Dummy. You don't think he asked for it? Oh, we ain't seen it. You didn't think that man was not intelligent enough to ask them what happened to Nolan's neck because y'all forgot his neck. Oh, it's gone now. That's what the fuck they told him. It's gone now, dummy. See what I'm saying? People can't even have a decent conversation with you. You got your own opinion, dummy. Since you want to come out here and F with Miss Loretta, dummy. You think that man did not ice that other man for that damn boy neck, dummy. Ain't no neck gonna never be showed up, dummy. Send me his neck, man. You forgot his neck. Dummy, they ain't got that baby neck. We all know Lolan neck ain't gonna never pop up, okay? Common sense would tell you that. If it wasn't with his body, you think they gonna be stupid enough to send it and send all of them to prison? That's why they took it out the first time, dummy. For you couldn't see what actually happened to him, dummy. Some folks are stupid, exactly. Well, Bucko, the majority of white people that are racist, and they're not going to tell on one another, and they know what to do. Like I say, this a cover up. It is a cover up, dummy. Guess we got to play dummy here this morning. Common sense. If these people, everybody know that. Every intelligent person know that. If that baby neck went with him, you think that they're going to say, oh, we got his neck right here. Man, I forgot to put it in there. You think, come on now. We ain't going to never see that neck. We ain't Benjamin Crump know that. Al Short know that. His mama and daddy know that. We ain't gonna never see Nolan neck, y'all. Come on. When they get it, let me know. Okay. Let me know when they get it. And that's all. That's one reason why I do not let my son go anywhere with people I don't know. You're right, Melvin. That's good. That's keep being like that, baby. Blacks are not racist. I know I'm not. I'm not racist at all. Shit, I got neighbors. All my neighbors are white. I'm the only black one on this damn street. And I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And they love Loretta. Ooh, when I broke my foot, they thought something happened to me. They sent me flowers and a card and everything else. They did. All of them know my name. I don't even know their name. Hey, Loretta. Hey, Loretta. Hey. I don't know their name. I don't. That's how much I mind my business. If the detective pulled up here right now and say, do you know so-and-so? I would say, who is that? Oh, that's your neighbor. I'd say, oh, I ain't know. I did not know. Always looking for racists and anything. Well, I'm not racist over here, but you got the wrong one, baby. The boy was alive when the white boy told away where they both. I don't know. Right lane ground, they want to jump through the TV. They can jump well. They ain't finna jump through no TV right here. This case should be handled by another jurisdiction. Well, you know the feds on it. I don't know how far the feds gonna go with it. We don't know. But we definitely know it's a couple of them. And I don't think it's gonna go nowhere with the state. I believe this whole case gonna have to be turned over to the feds. I don't believe it gonna go nowhere with the state. Because when his neck is missing and stuff like that, and all, it's already a cover-up. Already a cover. What about the racist black and brown people? Baby, ain't nobody racist over here. Cover up for sure. Yes, it is, King. It's a cover up. Then Warren fake off, nerve to do an interview in the day after. The boy who doing the interview, he wasn't nowhere with Nolan. He wasn't nowhere with Nolan that day. Talking about he Nolan's best friend. I'd be damned if you Nolan's best friend. Because if you were his best friend, you would have showed up at the damn funeral instead of walking around here with Uncle Tom. Why you ain't show your happy-go-lucky ass to that funeral? But you right here walking around with Uncle Tom. Trying to just trying to turn shit. Proud to be the only black in an all-white neighborhood must down south. Well, you know I'm the only black on my road. Except the black girl, I forgot, she still stabbed. She crossed the street. She just moved here about 6 months ago. They want people to forget about this, and this is what the judge is waiting for. Exactly, Louis. They want us to forget about it. And when any reactors come out here and talk about it, they have problems in their chat. Everybody who speak on Nolan, somebody, these clowns are coming up in your chat. Because they just want to be clownery. They want to be clownery, and they're trying to say that black women is not sincere. Baby, I'm very sincere because I don't have a death, a murder happen in my family. And just like Judge Mathis, ain't nobody drowned. This boy was murdered. And this is Loretta's opinion. I got to agree with Judge Mathis. Ain't nobody drowned here. He was murdered. And by them removing the net, and see, one thing about me, I go watch everybody's channel. Because I'm into crime. You know, I should have been doing crime. I'm into crime real heavy. I go watch everybody's channel, and I didn't know the neck tells so much about a body. But they did. See, we learning something. As black people, we didn't know our neck tell a lot about us. Our neck tell everything about us. That's why Nolan's neck is missing. And he say they should have called and got the neck. They rather die and go to hell before they get that man that neck. He say they should have called and get the neck from the other autopsy. You didn't think that man did that? A professional autopsy? You didn't think that he didn't locate them and say, I need Nolan neck? Did they give it to him yet? Because he ain't came out here and say, well, we don't got the neck. That neck gone, baby. That neck destroyed. They ain't finna get that man. No. That neck was gone days before they put his ass back in the water, probably. If there were no matter in his, no water in his lungs and he's still talking about drowning, that baby did not drown. I don't care. It definitely was murder. I agree with the cowboy. It was murder. Judge Mathis said it, and I agree with Judge Mathis. I don't care. He had a rope around him, and the boat was... Oh, my goodness. Now, come on. You really taking it there. Would you go to a funeral when you blame for murder? Hell yeah. That's the time to go to the funeral. That's the time to go to the funeral. Because you know what? People can blame you for a lot of shit. But when you show up, people gonna say, no, that's they how these people claim that they loved it Nolan, nothing shouldn't have stopped them from going to that funeral. How they was coming out talking about we would never do that. We would never harm no. But why y'all wasn't at the funeral? One of y'all should have at least been at that damn funeral, especially the one who ran here talking to Uncle Tom. You ran here talking to Uncle Tom all out there in the water. Why you ain't show your little ass? Since you say you Nolan's best friend, why you ain't show your ass up at that damn funeral? But you want to get out here and gossip about them, but you didn't go to the funeral. See, I would have respected you more if you would have went to that funeral. The killer couldn't literally been at the funeral. Crazy. But they tell they weren't going to show up because they guilty. They guilty. They had, y'all think, decide to swim home. Come on. Okay, cowboy. They could not done the autopsy at the same time. If they still time, probably not. No. Mississippi had already did their autopsy. This was the other autopsy that they had done. And then they got one more to do. You know, acid stay in your spine and could release again at any time. I didn't know. Because I was on the island all day, and remember the boys was being toted away, and he refused to go with them. Oh, you was there. You saying you was there? Trauma and diseases can show up in the neck. Yeah, that's what they saying, and they know this. Whoever had his neck removed, when the neck gone, it's like almost like, hey, ain't no evidence, no case. Like they said with OJ. If it didn't fit, it's a quit. Because OJ had them gained so much damn weight, he made sure that damn glove didn't fit. Probably had little stuff to swole up his hand. I'm telling you. And then when OJ got away with that one. No, people just talking. They just talking. Yeah, that's all they doing, running their mouth. Maybe it's still good that they look out for some body parts. If they try to say they did everything right, but they can at least prove now it's a reasonable doubt causing missing part. Exactly. He was a liar. The boys had both to do with the boy there. The feds, Trump was satisfied his base, not the people. Trump ain't studying this case, baby. Bucky Smith, it's clear day that unfortunately this every day. Proud to be the only, okay. I read that one. They want people to forget about this, what judge is waiting for. People ain't gonna never forget about this. I don't care which way how it go, but people ain't gonna forget about it. Why leave him without a phone? You know that young man wouldn't have left his phone here for it. Everybody know that. Everybody. How these children feel about their phone? These kids will cry about a phone. Even the grown ones. If you paying an 18, 19-year-old phone bill and they ain't got no damn job, and you take their phone, they gonna cry. I ain't giving you back the phone till you get a damn job. They gonna cry. They gonna be mad as hell at you. Right there, want to jump through the, yeah, I mean, really. Ain't no healthy young man like Noah gonna tell about, oh, okay, y'all gone. Gone on. I'm talking to this girl. That's the main time he won his phone. Cause he talking to a baddie. Hey man, give me my phone. But who was out there yelling and say, give me my fucking phone? Okay, who was yelling? You idiots need to realize your story. Y'all idiots need to realize your story. Only them on the island is fault. Child, please, ain't nothing false about none of that. They failed to tame the body. The first autopsy is tampering with evidence is what they did, probably incorporated documentations and everything. Leslie say he refused to because he felt hate closing in and climate change. Who say, you know something, I still don't believe he refused to get on that boat. I believe all this shit was made up. I believe he got on the goddamn boat. I really do. Because why ain't nobody see him? You know, was he wondering? Let me, listen good, people. And I'm going to come back to Janae. Listen good. Listen real good. Okay, they left Nolan. The white girl left him too. She said Nolan went back with his friends. Okay, the boat gone. The white girl gone. You meant to tell me all this time Nolan was out there hanging out with other people, drinking and partying with other people, but no fucking body seen Nolan. That a black boy who stand out so well right here, he stands out. Nolan is not a person, a child that you look at one time and turn away. He tall. He handsome. Anybody would have noticed this handsome young black man. Last time I seen him, he was down there in the water. He was down there in the water. You know, he was down there in the water having a good time. This is a handsome man. He tall. Athlete build. People notice people like that. They do. So you meant to tell me out of thousands of people out there on that island and nobody seen Nolan to those goddamn, nobody seen him. After those boats left, ain't nobody seen Nolan. Somebody would have recognized Nolan and said, yeah, I remember. He walked away from the white girl and he just went down there and went to swimming. Yes, he went to swimming. And I was wondering why he wasn't such a handsome guy by himself. You know, I said, hey, nobody seen him because when Nolan wasn't out there, Nolan got on one of those goddamn boats. I don't know what boat it was, but I believe it's the same goddamn boat that he rolled out with because they thought of this bullshit in that story because they thought we was going to buy this bullshit. Because that's what it is. It's a bunch of, I smell shit. Because that's what it is. That's what it is, y'all. You can believe what you want to say, but it's bullshit. Smelling so high till it's stinking like hell. This handsome young man, somebody will have recognized Nolan. Somebody. You gonna tell me that he was left there, but nobody seen him. The boats was gone. Nobody seen him. Nobody recognized him with nobody else. Nolan was on that boat. You can say what you want to say. Nolan was on that boat. And like I said, they was fighting. They were fighting so hard till they damn near drowned the boat. The boat almost like the sank. I don't know what the hell they was fighting about, but they damn near tore up their boat. It could have been a freak accident. It could have. But something happened to him, and it happened to him right on that fucking boat. It didn't happen out there. It happened on that boat. And somebody told them to tell this good old lucky ass story. Oh, he was with a girl. He didn't want to stay. He with a girl. All the pussy Nola don't be around. All of a sudden, excuse my language. Black, white, all kind. He's a handsome ass man. Handsome. He just decided this one was the one. So he gonna stay. That don't even sound right. That don't even sound right, yo. Because if he hadn't stayed and he hadn't been hanging out, somebody would have seen that fine ass handsome man. Ain't no way Nolan gonna go off by himself. He ain't gonna go off. Where he just went to walking. Oh, like I say, maybe he had fucking diarrhea. Maybe he didn't want to do it in the water, so he went in the woods. Somebody would have seen him. Somebody would have seen Nolan. Nolan did not stay on that island. Now, if you want to believe Nolan stay on the island, this fine ass man, this handsome ass man stayed on that island. He was just walking around. Why ain't nobody seen him? Why ain't nobody seen Nolan? Nolan went back on the boat with y'all. Y'all was arguing. Y'all was fighting. You fought so hard till you damn near drowned the boat. And then you called for a tow company. And I guess after he had deceased, you told the tow company you didn't need him no more. And the tow company turned around. We found this out yesterday. The tow company said they never seen y'all because y'all canceled the toll after he deceased. After he went under. Because y'all dumped him. Y'all dumped him right off that fucking boat. Why would you wait to call his mom 11 o'clock at night? Your conscience went to bother you. Oh, we got to do something. We got to do something. You got to do something. Give his mama a fucking call, man. We got, you little fuckers don't got y'all ass in this shit. Y'all don't get in this goddamn shit now. Goddamn. We got to figure this shit out. You fucking drinking all the fucking time. You just, then fuck that. We got to get you out this shit. Now, this was just Mammy saying. This was his Mammy said. You got, I don't mean to kill little no-no. But mommy, he was so strong. Yeah, he was so strong. It took all of us. Yeah, it took all of y'all to beat his ass and dump his ass in that goddamn river. You're falling so hard to the damn near drown that goddamn boat. Come on now. 3 boats went allegedly and how he couldn't get back home. And he doubled and he wanted to stay with some girl. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit. Nolan ain't want to stay with no goddamn girl. Nolan got right on that goddamn boat with them and they started fighting. They were fighting before they left the damn island. You can clearly hear Nolan saying, give me my fucking phone. He wanted his fucking phone. Why y'all ain't give him his goddamn phone? You know damn well a grown-ass man ain't gonna stay on no island without his damn phone. That man was not hard up for that little pretty white girl. She's a pretty girl. But Nolan is a handsome-ass man. Was a handsome man. And y'all knew this. He looked better than all of y'all. Y'all knew this. And like I said, put on your thinking caps. Put on your thinking caps. This is a very attractive man. Standing up by himself, walking by himself, where everybody don't love him. Or maybe he just caught the wrong boat. And maybe that boat ain't coming forward. That boat ain't coming forward, you know. And so they decide to do him up at the island, you know. Drop them off, whatever. 200 people in here. And 60 says, like, get my lights up, please. Put me in the emerald. That helped Miss Loretta be in the Emerald. If you don't give me no money, you put me in the damn Emerald. I mean, don't bless me. Ooh, and make sure you become a member and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Like I say, this is Auntie House. We ride around on this bus and we discuss stuff. And we can disagree. We got our own opinion. We ain't got to be dummies. We ain't got to be called out our name because we disagree, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with disagreeing because I like for a person to have a different story than mine because I can look at your story and I can see what you're talking about, okay? That's the way it is. Don't let me get my switch on you fuckers. Because you know Auntie spank asses over here. I don't even play with y'all. I just spank y'all asses and get rid of you. I feel sorry for his family, but those boys had nothing to do with his death. Okay. Okay. So you don't think that they had nothing? Okay? So that's your opinion. Okay. Somebody had something to do with it. And I'm not saying somebody had something to do with it. So what you think Nola did? Got on somebody's boat who was real prejudiced and he started fighting with them? Because I just believe it was a struggle. In some kind of way, I want to believe that it was a freak accident. Because freak accidents happen all the time. Wait until the investigation complete gathering evidence. It's a process. You don't know shit about a thing, woman. And your mammy don't know shit neither. That's why she had an ignorant bitch like you. Didn't I say we giving our opinion? All right. So let me get your ignorant ass on out of here because I ain't got time, okay? Investigate my black ass. That's what you do. Excuse me, children. That if you want to investigate my black ass, okay? That's what you ain't got time for. Maybe they were fighting on the boat. I believe it was fighting. And I believe it might have been a freak accident. And they hit his head or something and got scared. Got scared and called mama. We just put it like that. We'll put it like that. If y'all want to feel better. But he was murdered. I don't give a damn. And this is Miss Loretta's opinion, okay? That's why I got a channel. So I can give my fucking opinion, okay? Investigate that. Don't come effing with me. I told you, Auntie spank ass over here. You ain't gonna get out of control in my ish. Think you ain't gonna get your ass spanked. Maybe just Janae say, so they didn't. What happened? More evidence is pointed on them boy every day. Little spoiled fuckers. Not trolling, telling the truth. Well, that's your opinion, Buck. All lives matter. No life matters. So saying we're crying over one young black man is insensitive. Girl, bye. We cry over black men every day. I had a brother who was brutal murder, and I'm still crying over him. So don't mess me with that bullshit. I cry over everybody. I cry over a white man. I cry over a pink man. If he was dead unfairly, that's the way Miss Loretta is. And like I say, with the other boy, the other black boy killed the little white boy, I thought that was wrong. I was on the white boy side. Because no child shouldn't have to die because of an argument. And he was black. And a lot of my followers, they didn't agree with me. One of them fell out with me. Started calling me out my damn name. Because I seen that white family lost their son. So don't tell me that I'm prejudiced because I know I'm not. I think the black boy was wrong for taking a little white boy life. Said that. And I don't care who agree with me or not, but that was my opinion. That's what, and you know, that's the way I felt. Because he didn't have to use nothing to stab that baby. He could have just had a good old-fashioned fight. That was effed up too. I think there was a fight and they left Nolan and made him swim back and he drowned. I just believe that Nolan was already gone. Hey, mother of three, the way I just low at work, they all looking at the way I just LOL at work, they all looking at me. They all telling you watching your auntie. That's why you laughing. We're not racist, they are. That's why they stay behind and save a boat that was not his. Well, I believe Nolan came back with those fuckers. Because if you put two and two together, they was fighting on that boat. Why? When they canceled that toll, maybe Nolan went over. He was gone. And I guarantee you, the truth gonna come out. The truth gonna come out. If he drowned while his head was injured. Because they was tussling on the boat. They was fighting. N-words probably came out and everything, I'm saying. Everything. But yeah, the boat done been cleaned up 99 times. They keep killing our children. Yes, they are. Nolan came back. He was at the Moss house party. You think so? Okay, yep. There was an argument. Probably was a fight. Y'all don't remember they called in. And they say everybody was on the boat. Everybody was on the boat. The boat was sinking. Remember? Why was the boat sinking? They said it because they was fighting. What make a boat sink like that? A bunch of tussling, fighting. That's what make a boat sink. Nolan was on that boat. I believe he was. I don't believe he was. I don't believe Nolan was left on no island. This is a handsome man. Nolan is a very attractive man. Nolan was out there, so many women, everybody. Oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah, he was fine. And I was wondering, oh, yeah, he was so damn good looking. I was wondering why he was walking around like that. And I seen him go over there. And I seen him go over there. Somebody would have seen him go somewhere. Nice, good-looking young black man, tall, walking around like that. They would have noticed him. That boy wasn't left on no damn beach. Come on. Come on now. To put in the drain plug of the boat. Because they probably knocked the drain plug out fighting like hell. That's what he said now. He just made up some shit. But then council, and then changed, and the people ain't never come. The toll people ain't never come. They said they turned around. They didn't need them no more. Now, another thing. And Nolan left his phone on the boat, right? Soon as they came back to town. Hey Sam, good morning. Unfortunately, due to the conversation, the compulsion, the way the body was handled, they don't believe much will come from. That's what I'm saying. The neck gone. That's what I'm saying. Now let me tell you something. Right now, I'm finna tell you again. Nolan left his phone with them, right? He said Nolan was so excited about the girl. They got back home about what time? They hit land 6 o'clock, something like that. Why they ain't get in touch with Nolan family immediately and say, hey, it's so weird how Nolan wanted to leave his phone on the boat and he stayed on the island. What? Where my baby? He left his phone, and I just want to call you, Miss Wells, and tell you, I don't know what's wrong with Nolan. Nolan ain't never did this before. He left it. Why? That woman had to find her son's phone. That's why you know, I smell bullshit. And it's stinking like hell. It's bullshit. Why she had to find the phone? Ain't nobody volunteered and gave her a goddamn thing, but yet you love Nolan and that's your friend. Because I would have did that. I would have said, hey, Miss Well, I don't know what was wrong with that damn crazy ass Nolan. I told him to come on. He was so into that white girl, and I told him to get his phone. Because you would have told him, say, at least get your phone, man. See how, that smell bullshit. And it's stinking like hell, too. They would at least Nolan would at least got his phone. Use your brains. Use your brain. If he didn't want to take his phone, he was acting weird. You want to contact his mother as soon as you got to land and say, Nolan been out there acting weird. And he wouldn't even take his phone. And I just want to bring y'all the phone for maybe y'all get somebody to go out there and get his little black ass, because you know how your parents feel about black people. Like Martha Briscoe, she knew her brother was prejudiced. She knew her father was prejudiced, but she wasn't. She wasn't. But she let me know. If I would have went with somewhere with her and I got missing, yeah, she would have contacted my family. You damn right she would have contacted my family. She sure would have. This woman had to go find her child phone. She had to find his phone. You heard me? She had to find her own child phone. Then she get a call at 11 o'clock at night. But they know they had Nolan's phone. They know Nolan left his phone. But they ain't mention a fucking phone to her. When they call her, hey, have you seen Nolan? Because they think people are so slow. After they don't cover the evidence, after they don't got rid of everything and the keys, they don't got rid of all this, all of a sudden, somebody better call her. They knew Nolan was already dead. They knew he was dead. When they first had their first conversation with her about, had you seen Nolan? Nolan was already gone. Nolan was already gone. And I guarantee you, when his daddy had to hunt down his goddamn keys, they're all in there asleep, knowing what the fuck they don't commit early today. Early today. See, why this shit you smell? That's why it's stinking. Cause it is stinking. Pure D. I smell bullshit. That's what it is. Cause that's all it is. A goddamn second grader went by the shit what they trying to throw somebody. This is utterly ridiculous. That boy came back with those children. I know he did. When they got in contact with his mama, Nolan was already gone. He was already dead, y'all. But see, they know that the net would have told how long he lived it. It would have told how he died. How long was he dead? When they call you 11 o'clock at night, yes, ma'am, he was dead. I'm just going to tell you, your son was dead. When they got on that phone, when they call you, ma'am, your child was gone. He was already gone. They just had to play this damn story out. And the son of a bitches are still playing it out. How far y'all gonna go with it? How long y'all gonna go with it? Y'all knew that neck was taken on purpose. They knew this. And who know how to cover up shit like that? Who see crying every day? Judges. Judges read stuff like that every day. Every day. If you take somebody's neck, you can't tell the way how they died. You can't tell how long they've been dead. Take his fucking neck. What? All this is allegedly. Take his fucking neck. What they gonna do? Just do it. Shit, take it. You know? He was already gone. Y'all knew Lola was gone. And like I said, if they were so concerned about Nolan, they would have been there and had Miss Wells, I got Nolan's phone. Miss Wells, Nolan wouldn't stay. Nolan never did nothing like this before. He never did nothing like this before, Miss Wells. He wanted to stay. And I'm here to bring you your phone. Because I'm worried about him. Now you be worried about your damn friends. I know I do. When we used to go out and they used to sneak one snuck and we couldn't find her ass. And I mean, we spent hours trying to find this helper. was in Tampa looking for her, looking for her, looking for her. Ooh, I say never again. If I hope to God she's still living. Never again. I mean, we was up to 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning looking for this helper. All at the Waffle House, hoping that she'll call one of us, She called me the fucking next day about 10 o'clock, talking about coming down there on Hillsburg. She stayed at a motel. I say everything on Hillsburg regularly. So whoever the hell you stayed with didn't give it. But baby, I cussed her out for A to Z because that's the way we do friends. And then especially as young people. And we was real young. I think I was about 20. She done snuck off with some man. I say, you know, you could get killed like that. Had us, hey baby, how you doing? Had us right here worried about you. And don't you know, if no, they love to no like they say, soon as they had his phone, because they know that boy didn't leave it. That boy had that phone. That boy had his phone. How could he get in? How could they get in his phone? Well, before they pushed him over the water, they could have took his hands or put it in his face and the phone would have opened. Yeah, like my iPhone. My iPhone is my face. And when I don't be looking right, that shit won't even open. It's the truth. They could have held him up, put his face on that phone. Because my grandbaby did me like that. She said, Grandma, what's your password? I said, I ain't got my password, baby. You got to put it in front of my phone. She took my phone, and I'm just running my mouth. She put it in front of my face like this, and I be damn, the phone open right up. I say, damn. You meant to tell me if I die, you can hold my head up and open up my phone? Grandma, yes you can. Ooh, let me get rid of this. A hole in the house. It's a hole in the house, y'all. Ooh, God love the holes, not Miss Loretta. Ooh, I ain't got time for the foolishness. Yeah. Go get how you doing. We must understand those higher ups are connected to dying and partying together. This is why they are not sweating over reporting over. I know, because they know ain't none of them going to get charged. They already know this. They don't did what they had to do. They don't got the main thing. But like I say, who knows stuff like that? Who knows stuff? Who read about stuff like that? Judges. It's so many crimes be made out there. Judges read all kind of stuff. And that's how they know how to protect the ones that they love. And could get away with it. Could get away with it. She probably read that in some of her documents. How people get rid of the throat. For it won't be no evidence. The throat is so important that if a struggle was involved, you can actually test for other DNA by the skin cells. Nail marking inside can tell it was choked out, and many details are there. I thank you, Sam. That's what I was telling them. Because I seen that yesterday. I seen that on another channel. And I said, why would they take the throat? And I watched that channel, and they saying the throat tell a lot about us. The throat can tell how long we've been dead and everything. And Nancy Grace is on over there, Nancy Grace too. Y'all go check that sister out. It can tell you a lot. Do you think it would? Hell no. The only way this gonna go somewhere is the feds getting involved. These white children gonna get away. I can tell y'all that right now. Benjamin Crump, that's why he gonna have to sue. They gonna get away. But if the city is and all of them, I don't think they will. I think they will get a lawsuit and that's it. We're not going to claim that, Auntie. And God charged all of us. Well, okay, you're right, Shaquita. That's right. I should look on the bright side. Opportunities, yes. Good morning, Auntie Lo. How you doing, Sawana? I believe that they're going to get caught. I believe that the feds probably gonna have to pick up the charges now since the throat missing. Cause you know the other one, ain't her talking about they just waiting to get the throat back from the. It ain't funny. You know damn well those people don't destroy their throat. Come on now. You don't think the other autopsy guy asked them where's his throat? And they gonna tell you, oh, we don't have it. Cause they deal with hundreds of dead people all the time. We don't have it. And sometimes, you know, I ain't never seen an autopsy before, but my sister-in-law, when she was going to dental school, she seen one. And she say how they tell people they cut you some kind of way so they can put you back together. But they go in there, they can do all kind of stuff to your organs. You know, it was horrific. They had to watch that. Something about their dental school or something. I don't know. But I know the throat. Who else would know something like that? The judge. The people they're associated with. Because this ain't the first cover. And all what we stand over here is allegedly someone going to talk eventually. No boys trying to keep it and will not work. Nola is going to start messing with them. And they think about that damn, what it is now, $125,000. Especially the ones who want substance. Somebody going to talk. Money talk, bullshit walk. That's all I got to tell you. Somebody going to talk. Somebody going to get high and they going to go tell everything. And that person who they tell it to, they going to go tell everything. That's how the shit works. Virgo say, we can get the light. Yes, I should have been at 100 damn likes. I don't know what y'all waiting on. If you can't get your membership, show some love to the channel. We can let up, but boy, oh boy, the tables will turn. Yes, the tables are gonna turn. But like I say, this is a bunch of bullshit. This is a cover-up. They're gonna get on the first autopsy doctor so bad that he gonna tell us who told him to do it. And that's the only way the Fed's gonna come in and put that pressure on his ass. Now I know because his neck is missing, the Feds should already be on this shit. They should be on it. They should already be on this. Now we just found out yesterday. So give the Feds a minute. Somebody better be on this shit. That boy whole neck missing. And we know why. They're gonna get on, okay. I've been multiple autopsy and they're supposed to bag it and not put it inside before they sew it together. Okay. Yes, when he was talking about the other body parts, they was moved, but they was put back in there. But see, the neck wasn't in there. Maybe they did drop it. I don't know. I was thinking, drinking and talking. Yeah, they gonna get drunk. They gonna get high. And somebody gonna run their damn mouth. Like I said, Nolan came back with the white boys. I don't know what happened on that boat. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hell, it won't be the first time. It ain't gonna be the last. But in my heart, I feel like that he came back with them. And I believe it was a struggle on the boat. So strangers, they had nothing to do with it or line. That white boy who going around here talking, saying he was Nolan's best friend, when he talking with the sheriff, the Uncle Tom guy, that boy wasn't on the boat with Nolan. He wasn't nowhere near them. He talking about, oh, my boat was next to theirs. Bullshit again. Especially black folks, they sure is. You ain't never lied. Cool. You ain't never lied. And you talking about Mississippi. They're always a weak link. We talking about Mississippi, y'all. Come on. We talking about the most black people got lynched there in America. Out of all the states in the world, Mississippi did the most lynching. The most lynching out of black people. So you know this was a damn cover up. Everything we see over here is allegedly. It is a cover up. You can smell that shit in the air. You can really smell it. Something is stinking. It's not normal to remove a neck during an autopsy unless the injuries are damaged. Money talk. Money walk, bullshit talk. That's right. No reports have come from Mississippi medical examiner. Not even initial report. Something you can smell it. Smell that bullshit, don't you? And they need to research to insist the medical examiner has over removed a neck before drowning victim. The parents should have never let Mississippi touch his body, and I would have it transported to somewhere else. Exactly. I guess that's the first time they had a death. A child dying. They didn't think no foul play, but they felt it though. They felt it. Because if that person wouldn't have called them 11 o'clock at night, their conscience went to bothering them. The person who called, they know something. Why wait 11 o'clock at night and say, Miss Wells, have you seen Nolan? And then mention his phone. A phone is important. When somebody leave their phone, what we try to do, break our neck and give them their phone. So you gonna tell, and you want everybody to believe that Nolan got so caught up with a white girl. Nolan, men's like that, they have women try to holler at them every day. They used to that. Probably started when he was about 16 or 17. He used to being around girls. It wasn't no Nolan. I don't see him with pictures, black girls, white girls. Women is attracted to him, and he attracted to pretty women. So that wasn't the only girl that Nolan ever been with. He don't got pictures on him with all kind of little pretty girls, black and white. We want to know the message was on the phone. We demand the phone record. Like I said, they could have took his face, his fingers, whatever he used. If he was deceased or almost deceased, or whatever they did to him, to open up that phone. Because it will open. It will open. Just like my grandbaby. I didn't know mine was gone, but she stuck that phone up in my face. And the whole phone open. And I'm sitting up here running my mouth. I was just talking. She had my phone. She got my phone. Grandma. I said, wait a minute, baby, I'm talking. Grandma, what's your pen number? I say, baby, wait a minute, I got to open it through my phone. She took that phone and did just like this. And the whole phone just opened. And we started laughing. I said, I guess that's why they do people when they die. If they want to get in their phone. Just tell me they need to pull his phone records. Yeah, I think the feds can do all of that, though. Guilty. Calling, have you seen him? And he was with you. Exactly, baby. Lebo, I can't pronounce your name. Lebo, Katie, that's exactly. That was their conscience. Calling that lady 11 o'clock at night, and they knew Nolan was already dead. They knew it was. And that's when that mother instinct went to moving. She probably had already felt something, but she probably just didn't know what it was. Whatever had his keys and phone did it. I stand on it. Yeah, because they didn't volunteer to give him no phone. A lot of people talking about they gave him the keys. They say gave what? Those people had to go find their son's phone and find his keys. They had to do that. Yes, they need to pull his phone. Guilty because they was jealous and all. Of course they was. Did none of those young men look good as him? I ain't trying to be funny, but they did. Smile in your face, always ready to take your place. That's true. People do smile in your face and be ready to take your place. So true. They can get the records from the service provider. They can't get the Snapchat because that's 24 hours. But the woman was saying yesterday, if it's an iPhone, they can. But she said Android, you know, we keep stuff from 1 to 7 days. But they say the iPhones, we can store stuff after we erase it for like 30 days. Those kids go nowhere without their phone. Hell no. Miss Cool, no. She won't, we won't waiting for, no, she won't wait for me. And I didn't think she can open it. She stuck that phone in my damn, woo, that little journey juice and that whole phone opened up. I say, what? She real tech savvy. She is my grandbaby, real tech savvy. We just started laughing. It was so funny. Yes, go get it. That's why he keep his phone and not give it to the parents. They're guilty. Now, like I said, if they loved it, Nolan so much, they would have been knocking on her door and say, Miss Wells, I don't know what's wrong with Nolan. We left him. What? Don't a mother want to know that you leaving her child? Don't she want to know that? Not at no 11 o'clock at night. We want to know when you left that baby right away. We don't want to hear that shit. If you left my baby, let me know right away. And you know how Mississippi is because a lot of you raised up in the house with that. One thing about my house, and I know a lot of black houses, we don't sit up in the house and talk about white people and teach. No, we tell them one time to be careful. We tell them the one time you can't trust them. But we move on. We move on. But see what it is with white people, when ain't no black people, they talk about us like I don't know what. They sure do have whole conversations with you. A lot of them be your boss and everything, work with you and everything. And especially a state like Mississippi, they still ain't over that. What do you think what happened? Well, I told you, baby, I think that he got back on that boat with them and they had a skunker and they was fighting. And then when they did him in, they kicked his ass in that water. That's all to that, baby. His parents had to go to the house and get it first, and they didn't have it, and they told him they were calling the police, and they got their phone out the house. They killed him and stole his organ. Oh, shaking my head. I don't think no organs, well, your throat, yeah, the throat was gone, so you can put it like that. I heard Nolan requesting his phone several times, and they didn't give it back. Now, it's people saying that he was on the island Oregon. They seen that. But after that, they know he had to go back with them. Okay, requesting several times, even probably when it was premeditated. That's right. I think it was pre. Trust and believe they can get Snapchat. And I learned being a junior high school, I believe they can get it too if they really want it. I know those feds can, anybody. They can get anything. They can get that throat too. If they ain't damaged it or destroyed it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even volunteer to show the parents the last place they left. They didn't help look for them. And the man who had the boat the next day was a coach. He was a black man. He took them out there that morning to search for Nolan. They left. They didn't help him. And let me tell you, now, if they didn't dump Nolan that night, because they say that boat was moving all night. If they didn't dump Nolan that night, they probably took them back and went out there and dumped them. Either way, it happened some kind of way. But either way, what went on, it happened on the boat. I believe it happened on the boat. Because you just heard out the blue, your boat back to sink. Your boat back to sink. See, God give us sense and knowledge where we can figure out stuff when they try to cover up stuff. Some people try to cover up stuff till they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what the hell they're doing. These children are following directions because something did happen. Right, Gene? They knew they had already happened, yeah. So what are you thinking about? The back of the net, do you think it's blood pooling in the back of the net? Well, according to Nancy Grace saying, let me see, can I find her thing and play a little bit just for y'all. Nancy Grace was saying it's impossible for him to be face down and he was bleeding out the back. She said that. She said that. That damn Nancy, but she said that. She said it's impossible for him to be laying down and bleeding out the back of his neck like that. Let me see, can I find some? She used everybody's videos. See, these big dogs, they don't care about you messing with their stuff. It's these little small channels. Big dogs, they share each other's stuff all the time. You know, that's what I heard her was saying. You know, I was listening to what she was saying. She was saying that how Nolan was face down, it would be impossible for him. We should go right here. Let me see. Okay, this is the one from yesterday. I'll let y'all hear a little bit of it, but she was saying that it's impossible. It was impossible for him to be like that, okay?
Tragic death of a young man, Nolan Wells. In the last hours, we learn the contents of a second independent autopsy on Nolan's body. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us. Nolan was not on board. His body spotted by the United Cajun Navy.
We knew in this case, the time frame that was involved, that we were looking for a recovery at this point. It appears as though it was a drowning. Whatever happened really, really close to where the body was found.
Preliminary report, second autopsy, death of Nolan Xavier Wells. Cause of death, undetermined, pending investigation. And we'll explain that as we go through the report this morning. The manner of death, undetermined, pending investigation.
What happened to Nolan Wells? I listened and I listened and I listened to our friend Ben Crump as he went through the independent autopsy, and this is what I find to be probative.
Preliminary findings, and this is significant. Focal area of red discoloration in the soft tissue of the back of the head, the occipital region. He said the etiology is unknown at this time. He said the body was received after the initial autopsy. He said the body had marked decomposition.
Decomposition. What does that mean? Probatively, what does that prove? Joining me an all-star panel to make sense of what we are learning tonight. That was an independent autopsy ordered by Nolan Wells's family. We still don't have the official autopsy from the Mississippi Medical Examiner's Office, but straight out to a renowned medical examiner. You know him well. Joining us, Dr. Kendall Crowns. He is the Chief Medical Examiner of Tarrant County, Fort Worth. Literally thousands and thousands and thousands of autopsies under his belt. He is the esteemed lecturer at the Burnett School of Medicine at TCU. I don't have to explain to you what it takes to become not just a medical examiner, but the chief medical examiner in a metropolitan area like Fort Worth. All that aside, COD, MOD, undetermined. But what jumped out at me, among so many things, Dr. Kendall, what does he mean about the red discoloration in the deep, soft tissues overlaying the occipital bones? What is that? Translate.
So what that is the occipital bone is the bone in this is your skull. It's the bone in the back of your head, the directly back side of your head. So when he's describing these hemorrhages in the deep soft tissues, it means deep in the musculature that holds your head in place, there is a red discoloration. What could this be? It could be settling of the blood from decomposition or from lividity, cooling of the blood. The body has been kind of put on its back and transported to Washington, D.C. So that could be that. It could also be
Trust
blunt
me,
force
I don't
injuries.
think I know more than you on this, Dr. Kendall Crowns, but you got me drinking out of the fire hydrant. You're giving me so much information. I had to break in right there because you said I'm going to quote, posterior red discoloration in deep soft tissue overlying occipital. Deep soft tissue. To a layperson like me, that means it's deep below the skin. And you just stated that could be from the settling of the blood. In other words, if he were lying on his back, when he died, the blood would settle to the back of his head. But isn't it true to you, Brian Trasher, Vice President, United Cajun Navy? The Navy participated in the search, and I got to clear up that whole thing about fully clothed with you. That said, isn't it true? And I'm looking at the picture on my phone that I got from an undisclosed source. I'm looking at Nolan's body on the beach. We are not showing it. He's face down, isn't he?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, he was when we.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you about the clothing.
Yeah.
What? Repeat.
No, so when we observed him from the air, yeah, he was face down and he was wearing swim trunks and only swim trunks. I think that the term fully clothed just got taken out of context.
Well, when you look at the body from high up, it appears at first like he had on a shirt with swim trunks, but he does not have on a shirt. He only has on swim trunks. That's a whole peripheral issue. But back to Dr. Kendall Crowns. So, Dr. Kendall Crowns, you may have an explanation for this. I've already thought of one, and I'm not a medical examiner, but I don't see how the deep red, I'm talking about, was there a blow to the back of the head? Did he fall off a boat? Did he hit his head on something else? If it turns out he drowned, how did he get in the water? Why was he in the water? Why did everybody leave him? Lots of questions tonight. But if he was found face down, the blood would not have settled to the back of his occipital.
Y'all hearing that? Y'all listening?
Well, that's correct at the initial autopsy, but he was also transported to Washington, D.C. on his back.
Hold on. He definitely is not for Nolan.
You can still have pooling of the blood in the dependent areas if the lividity is not fixed. Or even if it is fixed, you can have pooling. So it is difficult to say without seeing the actual reddened area in the deep soft tissue, whether this is just a decompositional artifact or if it's indeed blunt force trauma. Now, they're not describing any injuries to the skin surface, which would still be there if he was, even if he's decomposed, you would still see injuries, abrasions, bruises, lacerations, things of that nature, even with decomposition. So it's difficult to give significance to this deep red area in the musculature of the deep soft tissues of the back of the head without further photographs or more information. To me, could it be blunt force trauma? Yes. Could it be a decompositional artifact? Yes. Could it be something from transport? Yes. Hard to say at this point.
Okay, hold on. Let me just take each one of those. And the rest of the panel, please, if you've got a question or a point, jump in. We need all of your brain power. Oh, that's an open invitation to Mobley to jump in. But 3 things you said, that there could still be pooling of the blood. And I don't want to be too DEFCON 4 into this and get lost in the weeds, but Nolan is dead. He's already been autopsied. Days have passed.
Okay, y'all heard that? He's dead. He already been autopsied. Now listen to this.
And you're telling me that the blood could still sift down from the front of his face to the back of his neck in one specific area.
Impossible.
Why was it pulling all the way down his neck? Or why just that one area? I don't believe that when you have been deceased that long, you've already undergone autopsy, they've drained the blood from your body, that somehow in the few hours of transport, you're going to get pooling of the blood to one area in the back of your neck.
So first off, it's not a few hours of transport. It's from whenever the autopsy ended, he's placed on his back. Whenever he's picked up at the scene, he's been placed on his back. So all that comes into play. They don't drain all the blood from the body at autopsy. There's still blood in the body after autopsy. And also, decomposition causes the breakdown of tissues, including musculature, which can give a reddish decoloration from the actual decomposition process of the muscle. So all these have to be considered when you're saying a reddened area, because the doctor didn't call it hemorrhage, which is interesting to me. He called it a reddened area. So I don't know what he's describing. I would love to see pictures, but again, there's no description of a bruise or an abrasion or a laceration on the skin surface of the back of the head. So what the significance of this is? Could it be a decompositional change? Could it be something else like blunt force injury? It's hard to say at this point in time.
I find it very difficult to believe, Dr. Kendall Crowns, that not one, but two medical examiners cannot figure out why he had deep red subcutaneous markings. Subcutaneous. What is that? Deep subcutaneous. What is that?
It's underneath the skin, meaning in the fat or the muscle underneath the skin.
Okay. Straight out to John Mobley joining me out of Charleston. He's a renowned trial attorney, founded John Mobley Law Firm. Okay, Mobley, have at it.
Well, Nancy, I got to call it like I see it.
Hold on. This is Uncle Tom. Listen to Uncle Tom, y'all. All right.
There are a lot of things that I don't like about this presentation. I think the first problem I see is they put out this autopsy and they kind of gave you a lot of sizzle. They gave a big dog and pony show, but they didn't really make it clear on the findings and conclusions and how they could be interpreted. And I think that's kind of the problem with this case. They put all this stuff out there, all the legal terms, all this, forensic jargon, and now everybody's whipped up in a frenzy trying to understand what it means, speculating, guessing, and the reality of it is, unless you're an expert, a forensic expert, none of us are qualified to interpret those findings. Now, I've been involved in countless homicide cases where I've had to look at forensic autopsies and discuss the findings with experts. And that's what you have to do. And ultimately what it comes down to is they put this thing out there, this preliminary autopsy finding, and they did not present any real conclusions. And that is a problem. And to address your specific concern, Nancy, about it might be
your logo here. And there. There too. Yeah, anywhere really. Sure, just be careful.
Finding a therapist you actually connect with can feel like a lot to ask, but 82% of BetterHelp members say they'd recommend their therapist to someone else. That's how many people feel genuinely understood by
GLP-1s are everywhere. Everyone.
Forensic autopsies and discuss the findings with experts. And that's what you have to do. And ultimately what it comes down to is they put this thing out there, this preliminary autopsy finding, and they did not present any real conclusions. And that is a problem. And to address your specific concern, Nancy, about it might be.
Put up Mobley. Listen, I'm not vouching for the character of Crump or Sharpton. That said, of course, are you saying they were wrong not to put it out there? I think they were right to put it out there. Whether it's
I told y'all he's the Uncle Tom. He mad because Benjamin Crump don't put it out there. There's a lot of Uncle Toms floating around here. Okay.
attempts to have sex with you.
that is a problem. You know, and to address your specific concern, Nancy,
Put him up.
about
Put up
it might be.
Put up Mobley. Listen, I'm not vouching for the character of Crump or Sharpton. That said, of course, are you saying they were wrong not to put it out there? I think they were right to put it out there, whether it's inconclusive or not.
The manner in which they presented.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
He just sat there and read it. And number one, I don't think he was the best person to read it. He's just kind of reading off medical and terms that.
Shut your damn mouth. Don't you come from Crump like that. Don't you? I understood everything he said. I understood everything he said with your Uncle Tom behind. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. See, that's why we can't get nowhere, because we tear each other down. But I bet you ain't got near. It was what Crump got.
He didn't do the best job of pronouncing, and they didn't present a conclusive finding. And what that does is,
there is no conclusive finding, Mobley.
Well, he could have said that, because what he does, though, in the manner which it's presented, when you take a case like this, you take little bits and pieces and put them out there in that manner. What you're doing is you're feeding these conspiracy theories like, oh my God, there's some big history, some conspiracy about what happened. Regarding saying, hey, here's the deal. In situations like this, based on the rate of decomposition, things like that.
Don't you get it, man? We still don't have the answer. I don't have the answer. He's got a red mark deep in subcutaneous tissue on the back of his head. Wait,
here's a
go back to Kendall Prowse real quick.
I want to address that.
Wait. Kendall, where's Kendall? Why am I not seeing Kendall? Kendall, please turn around and show everybody what we're talking about, because I'm doing this. Show me occipital.
Occipitals right here.
Okay,
back ahead.
How
right where your neck
in the world, out of his whole body, is that where the blood pools? I'm not buying it. And I'm not saying this is a homicide. I am saying it. There are a lot of disturbing circumstances surrounding this young man, the star athlete's death, and I am not letting it go.
That's right.
And I don't care how much hate mail you send me. I do not care. Okay, Mobley, what else?
What I want to state is that, and this is based on my experience being involved in numerous homicides, having examined numerous autopsies and discussed the case and the findings with numerous forensic pathologists. When you have a body, a human individual, okay, that person has experienced trauma in various physical trauma in various aspects of their life. They just had a picture of him being wearing a football uniform. He can sustain injuries playing football in practice, horse around with his friends. So, a person can die and have different injuries that pre-existed the date of the death that are completely unrelated to the death, but they are there on the body because they're a live, active individual. And that's my whole point about your fixation on the injury to the back of the head. I'm not saying that it was necessarily predated the injury, but there's got to be some medical evidence to tie it to his death, and there is not, because they can't do that. They cannot date that injury.
Okay, guys, you're hearing Mobley. I just lost a satellite. Get that back up for me. In the meantime, let me hear Crump talking about part of the neck structures, and specifically the interior, where that, I'm going to call it bruising, I'll call it a reddened area because we don't know what it was, were absent from the body. What happened to that part of the body? Listen to Crump.
So when they're buried, their remains will all be with them. But in this occasion, if there's going to be a second autopsy, then the organs are put in the body cavity so the second pathologist could be able to examine the organs as well. Very significant for Dr. Mitchell was that the anterior inner neck structures were absent not received with the body.
From our friends at NAACP. Okay, back to you, Kendall Crowns. And hello, I've got an all-star panel. Where are they? Did they lose their voices? Dr. Kendall Crowns, wouldn't it be important for the second medical examiner, second doctor, to be able to look at the interior neck structure?
Appreciate y'all.
They're absent and not received from the body, not received with the body.
That's correct. So it would be important, and that's often the problem with second autopsy is structures are kept by the initial medical examiner for further testing or further evaluation. So the second autopsy is often limited by this. So the problem is the neck structures we're talking about, hyoid bone, thyroid cartilage, laryngeal structures, are the structures that are often involved with strangulation. They can be taken by a medical examiner, dissected, evaluated for fractures or injuries or something of that nature, but then they're kept and they are also then further evaluated by a forensic anthropologist who will look for microfractures and things like that to see if there's any trauma whatsoever. And that's probably what's occurring in this case is they're doing their due diligence and looking at all those neck structures to rule out the possibility of a strangulation, and they haven't done it yet. And that's why they're still pending. And that's why the second examination can't give you more facts because they don't have those structures to look at. Hopefully they will be sharing between the two medical examiners so they can both come to the same conclusion at some point. But right now, those structures are being evaluated by someone else and not available for the second autopsy.
I want to talk to you about what you just said. If I see deep reddening of the tissue in the back of the neck, I'm going to quit calling it the occipital, the back of the neck, at the lower part of the head.
We don't know.
I want to know what happened up here. I want to know, was the hyoid bone, which is very fragile, it's not attached to anything, it's kind of floating there. And often in ligature manual, any type of strangulation or stopping your airflow, you'll see that very delicate bone fractured. It's gone. Where is it? Everybody's got one, so where is it? Also, Crump stated that the portion of the neck, the interior portion of the neck that will correspond with
we want to know
the hemorrhaging in the back is missing. There are two ways to look at this. One is that it's missing because it's been hidden. It's being withheld from the second doctor. Why? The other way to look at it is what you suggested, Kendall Krause, and that is that I've seen this done. The way that medical examiners and medical related forensic anthropologists do it, they get a tiny cut of that tissue. They put that under a microscope and they look to see if cells have bruising. It's very painstaking. Could they be doing that? I don't know, but it seems to me they would have included that in their notations that these portions of Nolan's body had been withheld for further testing, but we didn't hear anything about that. Straight out to Sam Crouppen joining us, investigative journalist and star of Samson's World. Sam, did you hear anything about water in the lungs?
No, Nancy, I've heard nothing about water in the lungs. And honestly, I've just been sitting here infuriated that everybody is putting so much pressure on this second autopsy. Thankfully, Colin Kaepernick paid for. But why are we not putting pressure on Sheriff John Ledbetter? Where is the first autopsy? Why have they held it out? There is a video of two nurses who claim to have seen the transport of this body, and they said he was face down. So it's honestly, for me, it's just disgusting to see the lack of understanding. People commenting on how Ben Crump is reading, people saying Ben Crump is a race hustler. Like, he's the person who's responsible for justice for Ahmaud Arbery, who was killed by 3 racist people, and it was covered up. Stacey Turner, the medical examiner, is well known for the death of Trey Reed, ruling it a homicide. She is known for ruling black deaths. She is
Put
known.
him up.
Stacey Turner.
Do I look
she is-
like a witch stirring a cauldron tonight? I don't really see myself that way. Do not stir the pot, Crouppen, because this is not about politics. This is not what somebody did a long time ago in another case. This is about what we are learning tonight. Yes, and my question is, where's the original autopsy? My guess is that they are waiting on the results that Dr. Kilman Krause just talked about and more. Hey, simmer down. I want to get to the facts. The facts of this case. I want to go back to Brian Trasher on that. Heather, I'm going to get to you in just one moment regarding the tracking of the phone and the Snapchat and all the digital footprint. But to you, Brian, again, let me pull it back up. We are not showing this photo. Do not show it, control room. Brian, again, United Cajun Navy searched for and spotted Nolan's body. Tell me what was seen. Let's see some of that aerial video.
Yeah, so we were flying over the northwest tip of.
Okay, what this is about, when they were saying that Nolan was fully closing, so the Navy had came in and said that was a that wasn't true. Nolan was not full closing. So you have to, you have to go around and listen to these platforms. They got so many different stories. And he finna explain to y'all when they found Nolan, how he was looking, okay?
Horn Island after about 2 hours in the air, canvassing a pretty large area, when we noticed some law enforcement boats converging to the northwest tip. We descended, circled around, and saw a number of law enforcement personnel on the beach, and then you could see a body laying at the shoreline. Of course, using a zoom lens to go in, we could see that the body matched the description of Nolan Wells. The whole thing about Ben Crump mentioning that we told the parents he was fully clothed, that's not true. We never told the parents that. He was wearing just the swim trunks that matched the description that in the missing persons report, and it matched the photos that were taken of him that day, and that was all he was presumed. That's all he was wearing.
Brian, I want to show some video. Oh, there it is. I hope you can see your monitor. Yeah. That is from our friends over at TMZ. It's a video that I believe is Nolan Wells. And I can tell you from looking at the aerial photo, I've zoomed in on it, those appear to be the same pants that he was wearing when his body was found. His body looks like it just washed up on shore.
Right.
Now,
that's correct.
Regarding COD, when you look at it way up, it looks like he's wearing a shirt. But when you zoom in, you see he's not wearing a shirt, nor is he wearing shoes. Hi guys, Nancy Grace here. If you are a homeowner.
Okay, this is just a commercial. Yeah. She got the full picture of him face down, but she said that she's not going to show it. And when it came up, somebody sent it to her. I looked at the people in the doctor office, and now you never know. You never know, baby. You never know. Nancy is old school. When it comes to journalists, she is not giving out her sources. Yeah, she old school. She go way back, child. Way back. I used to watch Nancy when she got pregnant with the twins. I always been a Nancy Grace fan, and Auntie still is to this day. Even if I thought about the app, I was watching Nancy Grace. Yeah, but I hope Ben Crump has it too. Yeah, he got it. Him and Nancy get along real good. They try to come for people's language and way people gonna talk the way how they want to talk. But you got these Uncle Sams and stuff like this, and people, and people are so ignorant. Everybody just ain't gonna sound the same. Everybody don't pronounce their words the same. And I had speech, and I'm quite sure Ben Crump had speech too. It's just something that we ain't gonna say every word like everybody want us to say there. Nancy Grace still an opportunist, and she only does high-profile cases a lot of money. Y'all got your own opinion. about, like I said, I've been watching Nancy Grace ever since she was pregnant with the twins when she didn't even have no kids. So that's been a long time. And her kids are grown now because I know they're older than baby Tariq. And my grandson is grown. And I was raising my children when I was watching Nancy Grace. I watch her now because, like I said, go back in history. But I've been watching her. She one of the peoples that I do watch. Her, Don Lemon. I mean, I've been watching him when he was on CNN. Yep, when he got fired and everything. It is what it is. But I'm gonna watch a few more minutes of it. Because there's some good stuff on here that y'all should hear. Because I know a lot of y'all, sometimes y'all don't have time to watch TV.
Lecturer, star of Mayhem in the Morgue, so much more. Dr. Kendall Crowns, isn't it true that in certain cases, and I learned this on an arson case, COD, cause of death, manner of death, as well, MOD, can also be determined at times.
That's right.
Based on what we call extrinsic evidence. For instance, in the arson case I'm talking about,
I heard that this morning.
The evidence that the perp checked the weather station, the weather report for the day the arson went down, killed his wife, that he moved out all of his nice suits and family photos of his family, not his wife's family, all of his important tax documents, everything out of the house the day before the arson in which his wife was killed. Also, he called his insurance company and asked, hey, if I have a fire in my home, will you cover rental furniture? And then his house burned down the next day. The medical examiner looked at that evidence as well when determining MOD had been homicide. Isn't it true, my question, that a medical examiner will look at extrinsic evidence as well as what they see on the body itself?
Because she make me laugh. She be tripping.
Yes, all evidence is considered in an autopsy. You can't autopsy in a vacuum with no investigative information, no toxicologic findings. All you have is autopsy findings. You can make mistakes in not coming to the right conclusions about cause of death and really manner of death. So those findings are important. In the case you used, it's evidence that he had a plan, that he was taking actions to eliminate his wife, light his house on fire. That would play in the role into it as far as arson. The arson investigation would be helpful. All that would be given to the medical examiner because the autopsy would show the individual died in a fire. And that's all the information I would be able to tell you. Without that investigative information, I wouldn't be able to tell you whether it was a homicide, suicide, accident, not natural, of course, because it's a fire. But again, investigative information is very important. And that is also probably why the Mississippi medical examiner is still taking their time. And even the DC medical examiner said more investigative information is needed.
Crowns, again,
both of them
you're
are
the
saying
expert,
that.
not me. But let me just cut you off right there because the answer to that was yes, you do consider extrinsic evidence. That said, listen to this.
But I don't think that Nolan would say, hey, bro, I'm staying with this girl on the island. Y'all go ahead and go back. Like, not even asking him to get his phone back. You know what I mean? I've never known Nolan to stay back while his friends leave. He's always been a guy where if he rode with you, he's going to come back with you. That's always how he's been every single time.
For Christine, it's at one place, but for them on Snapchat, it showed another place. So that's the place we went to. And it showed that everybody that was in the house, it was like a lot of people there. So that's how we knew where to go to. We went there. They were all there. They were sitting there, lights off, watching TV. They did. They gave me the phone, but it took about 15 minutes to get the phone because I even asked, I'm like, did y'all have to walk back to Horn Island to get the phone? Or like, where's the phone? Because it took so long when they said it was when Wyatt told me it was in his truck. It took him so long to get the phone back to me.
You are seeing friends of the Wells' family speaking on Laura Coates Live. Okay, I want to talk about the phone issue. And again, I don't want Nolan to be dead at all.
Nobody.
I want this to be an accidental death.
Anyway.
But I am not turning a blind eye to concerning aspects of this investigation.
That's right.
In the end, it may turn out to be accidental.
It could be.
But why would you leave Nolan there? Why would you say your boat was sinking and then take multiple more trips in the boat that night?
See what I'm saying,
according
y'all?
to reports.
See what I'm saying?
So many of the facts are not lining up. But first, let's start with a digital.
See what I was saying? See, a lot of people don't know. They said the boat was sinking. And I told y'all that boat was moving all night. All night. Something just ain't right, y'all. Something just is not right with this. It stirred my soul.
Footprint. To Dave Mack, joining us, Crime Stories investigative reporter. What are they saying about the phone?
Well, the family says that when they were able to finally retrieve the phone, okay, they get there to get the phone back and have to wait 15 minutes outside while the young people who had the phone for some reason took their time getting it to them. And when they did, when they got
I don't see that as a problem.
No, well,
I don't see that as a problem. They're teen boys. They got to go outside and they got to get the phone out of the truck. What I see as the problem is the phone is there and he's somewhere else. Who leaves their phone behind? Who leaves their phone behind when they're on a desert island, stranded on an island? Why would you go without your phone? That's what sparked my interest, Dave Mack.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood where you were headed with it. But here's the catcher is that Nolan was always taking pictures, Nancy. And so the part about this that really gets home is that he always had his phone to take pictures and was always uploading. He was very active in those pictures being published online. And when the family actually got his phone, it had been clean.
Really?
There was no Instagram or Snapchat that had been removed. It was gone.
Well, wait, hold on. Let me understand something, Dave Mack. You say there was no Snapchat, no Insta. It was gone. You mean it was all gone or just gone for that day?
Just for that day, Nancy. I suspect that based on that other messages or media may have also been deleted.
Okay. All right. That's all I want to hear right now, Dave Mack. I'm going to an expert that knows more than me and you put together, Dave. Heather Barnhart is with us, digital forensics expert with Celebrite and the SANS Institute, one of the digital forensic investigators in the Koberger case that cracked that wide open. She is co-author of Practical Mobile Forensics in its 4th edition, which means a lot of people are using it to teach and reading it. Her blog, smarterforensics.com. I could go on. Heather Barnhart, thank you for being with us tonight. Number one, can you look at a phone and determine if items were deleted?
Absolutely.
Okay, this is the one I was talking about earlier, how she's saying that you can tell when something deleted and how you can get it back. So y'all listen to this.
And Nancy, here's a huge thing to think about. I assume his phone had a password. There are certain things that you need the password to do, such as delete activity. But if you don't have a password and you pick up your phone, if you're touching the screen, that leaves a trace. If you're trying to power it off, that leaves a trace. So we should be able to see people without a password trying to actively interact with that phone as well as someone that has it.
So how can you look at a phone, Heather Barnhart, and determine the difference between no photos were taken that day? Also, can you take photos even if you don't have reception? I think you can, but I'm not an expert. How can you look at a phone and determine no photos were taken that day as opposed to items were deleted? Because can't you delete from the deleted file?
Yes, you can do everything you just talked about. But again, all of that leaves a trace. So we would do a forensic acquisition, and that's really important here. Someone just looking in the phone, you can get a glimpse, but you can't see what's deleted and hiding below the surface. We need a forensic acquisition to do that. We can tell if it was just soft deleted, so like sitting in a trash can, or a hard delete. So if you empty your trash on your phone and then you go and throw it into a dumpster and the trash is taken away, there is a log that tracks everything. also with timestamps on when that activity occurred.
Okay, I need that broken down in regular people talk. We're not all experts. Could you say that so everybody can understand?
Yeah. So let's say Nolan had an iPhone. He could take pictures without cell service at all. Cell service and Wi-Fi do not matter. He could even post them to Instagram or to Snapchat, and they'll sit in a temporary directory until he has service. Sometimes that fails, but we still see that activity when we do forensics. If you delete a picture, Nancy, it sits in a recycle bin on your iPhone, and you can recover that for about 30 to 40 days as a normal user. If you empty that trash, it's not recoverable, but we doing forensics can still find it.
Okay, so you mean it's not recoverable for me, a layperson, but you can recover it. Even the pictures, even the content of the text or snaps, you can recover that?
If you get a full file system acquisition, and I realize that's really nerdy, but this is where acquisition and time to evidence matters. Deleted data exists and sits there for a period of time. So time to evidence is everything here.
How long will it sit there?
If it's an iPhone, it's a little bit different than Android. iPhone, Apple's more forgiving, and you have about 30 days. With Android, you could have just a few days until location artifacts are purged.
You mean, okay, a few days, do you mean 1 day, 2 days, 10 days?
It could be between 1 and 7 on Android. But with iPhone, it's typically about 7 to 30 days.
7 we're safe, 1 we're not safe, okay? And what I'm referring to is if he did have an Android, can I recover if there were photos, snaps, texts deleted? That's what I'm trying to find out, because if somebody's deleting texts and emails and snaps and pictures, I got a problem. Why delete? That is my problem. Now, here's my next question. I'm sure I'm going to say it very inarticulately, but I think you'll know what I mean. Even if you cannot recover, let's pretend it was an Android, even if you cannot recover the actual item itself, can you see a log that says something was deleted?
Yes, but it depends on the activity. So Snapchat will be tracked differently than a regular photo versus a regular text message. But deep dive forensics will recover the truth. And you mentioned Brian Koberger, there was nothing. All that data was cleaned up and deleted, but the lack of data and the time on when it was removed was huge in the investigation. And that could be huge on proving the last time Nolan actually used his device versus people taking steps with it and walking around with it when it was out of his possession.
Okay. Number 1, you're brilliant. Number 2, regarding Snap being in one place, Life 360 being in another place, what can you tell me about that?
Think of each application as having its own folder or a container. So all the things you do in that application exist in that container. A full deletion would be throwing that container away. So nothing's there. Sporadic deletion would be removing one thing at a time or deleting a most recent story or a post. And that stands out drastically to forensic examiners because it's uncommon behavior based upon what Nolan would typically do on his device.
Straight out to Sam Crouppen joining us, investigative journalist, star of Simpson's World. Do you have thoughts on the phone?
Yeah, Nancy, here's the thing. Everybody keeps saying that you keep your phone on the boat when you go into the water. We can all agree that makes sense. What doesn't make sense is when his friends leave him, he's not going to not get his phone to take with him. Who in their right mind would get stuck on an island without their phone? It makes zero sense to me at all. And then also the fact that all of his friends deleted all their social media accounts. They haven't spoken to anybody. As far as I know, they didn't even go to the funeral. It makes people believe.
Okay, let me stop it right there. They did not go to the funeral. Y'all know Auntie been speaking on this. If you're not guilty, and you know y'all say y'all love the little no-no, Why y'all didn't show up to his funeral? You could have came with your parents. You could have got escorted. If you want to come to the funeral, you could say, I want to come to the funeral, but I feel uncomfortable. They would have made sure you would have had protection to make sure you would be very comfortable and nobody would have harmed you if you truly loved this young man. Like y'all said you did. But I believe a guilty conscience tell on itself now. Let him speak, y'all.
Hey, boss, get a whiff of scented angel soft tubes. The freshness is just... Perfect! And it's simple. Toilet paper that's soft and strong and smells good too. Angel Soft.
I'm gonna have to get...
Tonight, this viral video of a Florida single...
Okay, ain't nothing viral. I'm gonna have to get that...
Who in their right mind would get stuck on an island without their phone? It makes zero sense to me at all. And then also the fact that all of his friends deleted all their social media accounts. They haven't spoken to anybody. As far as I know, they didn't even go to the funeral. It makes people believe that they are hiding something.
You're on cross-examination. Who?
Okay. That's a commercial. That's one of her commercials. Yes, that do make you think they hiding something. They didn't come to the funeral. They erased all their social media. Like I said, Nolan came back with those children. I just believe that in my heart. I don't believe that Nolan was stuck out there on the island. And I believe he came back with them. It called Blood Sports Disagree. Yes, he absolutely correct. Yeah, he talking. He talking some good stuff. That boy, they deleted all this, and all of them don't lawyer up. Every last one of them. Don't make no sense. If you know you didn't harm him, you know you ain't do nothing to him. You say he was left on the island. If I knew that I left his ass on the island first, I'm going to go tell his mama right away because I don't want that responsibility because I'm old enough and know better. And just like his other friends say, Nolan don't go nowhere by himself. He wouldn't do nothing like that. He wouldn't leave his phone like that. But what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on about his phone?
Crippen has a point. I could see being out in the water without your phone, but it would be over my cold dead body that I would let a boat leave with my phone and my keys and my everything. Okay, listen to this.
He said, hey, Miss Christine, have you seen Nolan or talked to Nolan? I said, no, I thought he was with you guys, you know. He's like, no, nobody's talked to him. We left the island.
Okay, this is the friend calling her 11 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock at night. Conscious bothering his ass. Conscious bothering his ass. Listen.
At, I think he said 3 p.m., and he wanted to stay because he was talking to a girl named Katie. Katie is also missing. No one can find her. And the explanation of no one knows this Katie, like we've never met her type of deal.
How would they know Katie's missing if they didn't even know who Katie was?
Come on.
So then Katie's sister chimed in. Katie made it home because she was on another boat and with different people. Katie assumed the friends telling him to get on the boat wouldn't have left him. So the question is, where was Nolan after the interaction of Katie? Did Katie see him get on that boat?
From our friends at NBC and the real TikTok detective there at the inn who said it so eloquently, more questions spinning out because of the phone. Why was it on the boat? Why did he let the boat leave without it? And speaking of the boat, listen to this.
So first, at 9:56 a.m., the boat leaves the original dock. It arrives at Horn Island at 11:14. So at around 4 o'clock, there is a call to the Coast Guard about the boat. NBC News got a hold of it.
We're sinking. Can you all please come?
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
Okay,
everybody's on board.
All right.
So does that mean Nolan is on there? Who was on that boat?
Who was on the boat?
Okay, there are innocent explanations for that, and there are nefarious explanations for that. But I do know this. They stated the boat was sinking. But was it?
At 4:31, the boat leaves Horn Island and it is towed approximately.
This is what I'm talking about too now. This is what Auntie be talking about too. Now y'all listen. Listen real good what they said.
3 miles, and then the tow ends. So after 3 miles, they go back to the original dock, okay? They arrive at 5:44 p.m. So it looks like this is where Horn Island is, and this is where the original dock is that I am referring to. I looked it up, and El Camino Real Road is in Gulf Hills, Mississippi, which is right above Ocean Springs. So I'm wondering if this is the house where they got the phone. The boat travels to Fort Bayou. At 6:06, the boat returns to the original dock. Then, from the original dock, the boat goes back to Fort Bayou, and then they go to the boat launch, and it is put onto the trailer and moved by the vehicle. Did they drop people off at the original dock, travel to Fort Bayou, pick somebody up, and go back to that original dock? And then from there, why was there an hour and 13-minute time gap? This boat was sinking hours before, and then they're just having it docked for an hour and 13 minutes. You would think they'd want to get that boat out of the water ASAP.
From the real TikTok detective, and she's got a point. Does nobody have a problem with that? The boat is sinking when they call for help, and then they take the boat around for hours that night. Okay, Mobley, you don't have a problem with that?
I would want to know the nature of the malfunction of the boat and whether or not it was repaired. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Explain, please.
I mean, it's not complicated. I mean, what it comes down to is what was the nature of the complication of the boat and was it repaired? And if it was prepared properly, then I don't see any issue with it. And I want to be clear, those are legitimate questions, but again, as I alluded to earlier, when you start taking bits and pieces of the puzzle, when you start putting them out there without context, that's when you start spreading misinformation. I would assume.
Well, you're right. But I certainly do not believe that this investigation needs to be shut down because there are potential innocent explanations. You don't just end an investigation because it could all be explained away. And I'm not saying his friends are responsible or not responsible because I don't know. Is it true, Crouppen, that many of the people there that day have lawyered up and they're not talking? Is that true? Or have they, unbeknownst to me, have they cooperated and spoken to authorities?
I mean, from what we've seen, that was what happened. They all deleted their social media accounts right away, lawyered up. So it seems as though they've been advised. And here's a big question for me, Nancy. The company that allegedly got the call that they were in distress, and their official statement was before assistance was rendered, the vessel owner advised that sea tow was no longer needed because help had already been obtained. Sea tow's involvement concluded at that point.
Sea tow, everybody, is 2 words, SEATOW. They come and render aid and haul in, tug in boats, ships that need help. Okay, hold on. Heather Barnhart with me, digital forensics expert, author, co-author of Practical Mobile Forensics 4th edition. What about GPS? What can I learn from the GPS on that boat? Because I want to know.
If his phone is on the boat, it is tracking every location that the boat went to. I would also be curious on the last time the phone was unlocked, the last steps, even if it's not unlocked, last steps will be tracked, and last general usage. Because we may be able to say the last time that Nolan was on his device and physically using it, which would be really helpful in this investigation.
Straight out to Brian Trasher joining us, Vice President, United Cajun Navy, who participated in the search for Nolan. A couple of questions. What can you tell me about GPS on boats, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, they operate just like any other kind of GPS. They get fed from satellites, and they keep archives of logs and trips and things like that. A couple of things I want to point out there, Nancy, because I'm probably the only person on the panel that's been to Horn Island. You know, they said, going back to the phone and possible deleted messages and all that, when his mother first said she thought that messages had been deleted, she later clarified that when she was talking about it, she thought it was odd that Nolan had not done any Snapchats, which was his favorite app, presumably. So the reason why he didn't do any Snapchats is because he didn't have a signal. It's very hard to get a cell phone signal on Horn Island, and Snapchat doesn't upload if you don't have a signal. You know, what I told him was to check his camera roll. If he wasn't able to upload on his app, maybe he just took pictures with his regular camera and saved it to his camera roll, see if there's any pictures on there. But there's no evidence to suggest that anybody went in and deleted any text messages or anything like that that day. So I just want to, we've been fighting so much information out there, just don't want to help spread it by not addressing that.
Brian Trasher, you and I go back a long way with your involvement with United Cajun Navy. I only have one question for you. Are you a digital forensics expert?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
No further questions. Thank you. Brian Trasher, let me talk about something that you do know about, which includes boat GPS. What exactly, last time for tonight, what exactly was seen
I know that's right, Antoinette.
when Nolan's body was found? Every detail.
Okay, so the body was right at the shoreline, right where the water meets the sand. It was laying face down. And like I said earlier, the swim trunks that were described and photographed, that he was photographed in the day he died, the day he presumably died, where he was still wearing, did not appear to be wearing shoes or a shirt. And yet face down, and there were law enforcement kind of standing all around him, you know, just like whatever they were doing, their jobs, I'm sure. But that is what I saw from the air.
I'm looking at his, let's see, he's face down. His left foot is on top of what looks to be some kelp that has washed ashore. He looks almost as if he's sleeping. He is face down. He's wearing, at first it appeared to be a shirt. He's not wearing a shirt upon zooming in on it. He's barefoot. I don't see anything on his wrists or arms, such as, you know, a watch. I don't see that. It looks to me like he's sleeping on his stomach with his right leg a little bent outward and his left leg outward as well, like he's asleep on a mattress. His left arm is out and down like he's a stomach sleeper, and it looks to me like his head is turned to one way into the sand. Now, given that position, I see no way that blood could have pooled in the back of his neck. He is absolutely face down. But that is another argument for Dr. Kendall Crowns and myself for another night. This is what we know tonight. What we are learning from the second and independent autopsy is we know nothing. But Crump did hit the nail on the head as it relates to this. The critical moment is when and how Nolan Wells entered the water.
Thank you.
Guys, I'm on the road.
Thank you, y'all. Thank you. That's right, y'all. When did he hit the water? If we don't know nothing, when did Nolan get in that water? When did he get in the water? Why ain't nobody seen little Nolan out there hanging in the water? Because I believe Nolan wasn't hanging in the water. Nolan went back on that boat with them. The parents told him what to do. But we're going to find out. Yes, we are going to find out. Miss Lowe going to stay on this story. But we're going to have our membership party tomorrow night. You know, our membership party start around 12:30 at night. But Auntie give away some memberships. Thanks for all the new subscribers. I at least try to give away memberships every month. The only thing I want y'all to do is try to maintain the $2.99 membership in mirror of Nolan Well. That's right, Barbara. That's right, y'all. Stay on the story and keep reporting. Oh, I sure will, because this right down my alley. This is something what I love to do. Crime, I love it. And I always bring it in a humorous way. And you know, like I say, you have to laugh to keep for crying. Because, you know, when stuff just, and my heart goes out to his mother and his father. Because, you know, you feel like you fail. Maybe I shouldn't have we shouldn't have did this. You can't worry about that. You can't worry about it. It's people. It's not y'all. It's the people in the world. That man is the same. Should absolutely lay him because he's no longer here. No. They did red, they're covering up. They is. That's what I say. If they covering up something. Hey, Clara, how you doing? They is truly covering up something. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it is, but they definitely cover something. When you find out he was intoxicated and drowned, and they all one did anything to Nolan, what would you say then? Well, I would have to say, I came out here talking out the side of my damn neck, but I still ain't gonna regret what I'm doing because I know nothing like that would never happen. We all know something happened to Lil No-No. We all know that something happened to Lil No-No. I mean, common sense would give you that. And God gave us common sense. But see, a lot of y'all on this app don't have common sense. I don't know what happened to it. But Miss Loretta got it, and I got knowledge. And like I said, I ain't never been wrong. Something was did to Little No-No. They are dragging medical examiner with the mashed face. Jealousy was returning to hey, something cruise was very bad. Poker, none of us know why his throat is missing. Exactly. Because they're covering up evidence. Y'all heard it. He did pass that way. Why did he drown? He did. That young man, I don't think he drowned. I think he was murdered. I'm like Judge Mathis. I believe he was murdered. Okay? And everybody got their own opinion. As long as you have your own opinion respectfully. Ain't nobody got to be no dummy. Ain't nobody got to be stupid. Have your own opinion. Since Auntie fights. That's right. And one of them jealous because they was going with a girl. Could have been. He's a handsome young man. There's a lot of reasons. They smiled in your face. All along, they're ready to take your place. Nolan should have been at school. He should have been trying out for pro football. Something ain't none of these boys that he hung with on the boat played ball. None of them. None of them. And I don't want to hear that excuse about not going to his funeral. His mother called Crump because she knew something was fishy. Exactly, because she felt it in her soul. Who gonna call you 11 o'clock at night talking about had you seen Nola and he been gone with you for about 2 days? Because he went over there on the 3rd, he spent the night. So they can wake up that morning. And it probably started at the house that night when they was all in the pool drinking and stuff like that. And they probably took that shit on. Because all of them had on shades on the boat. Somebody was on that boat wasn't happy. Somebody was still not happy. Blank Stabber hit the nail on the head. The OJ son to son. Smile in your face. All alone they're ready to take your place. Backstabbers. We're going to play that Friday night. You are so right, Miss Loretta. Yes. And they say they were sinking. That's what I told y'all about that boat. They wasn't sinking. That boat moved all damn night. Because they was getting rid of evidence. And then after they settled down, then they want to make a phone call to mama. Because you know why? The conscience went to bother them. If you can't see this a cover up, this definitely is a cover up, y'all. He was on his stomach. And why wasn't he on his back? Exactly. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And we on the bus to discuss this stuff. We sure live. For the ignorant people who believes to drown to death, his black mother and father is being treated whatever happened to their white mother. Deal with it. And the reason why they got Benjamin Crump, because he the best. He the best. I don't care how he speak, how he talk. Benjamin Crump the best. And Al Sharpton is the best civil rights leader that we got left. Because after Al Sharpton gone out, we going to be in hell of a trouble. Hell, I don't know. I don't even know who close to taking this place. But people like Benjamin Crump and all of them, exactly, nothing was wrong with the boat. However, it was all part of the scheme. All because they were tussling and fighting on that fucker. He probably was a high officer who owned the boat. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine the nightmare? Yes, that his family going through in the town, the city, everybody. Could you imagine how people got to change their whole lifestyle again in Mississippi and everywhere? Everywhere. You know how many black mothers, both of my sons growed up around white boys. That's what I tell you. I was their mama. I had a house full of white children for years when my kids were teenagers. Because most of their friends was white. They was white. They used to spend the night and everything. My house was the hangout house. When it came, my kids were teenagers, I kept the yard full of white children. White children. So don't miss me with that prejudice shit, because that's one thing I'm not. My first grandbaby was biracial. I got a biracial granddaughter. Yes, I know about it, baby. I done been through it. But although I did tell my son to be careful, don't trust him. But there wasn't no prejudice going on. Not in my house. Not in my house. But anyway, we're going to get on out of here. I really enjoyed this conversation. But like I was saying, you know, something happened to Nolan. And by me raising two black men myself, I'm going to speak on it, baby. I'm going to always stay on it. Tell them about it, baby. Yes, Auntie, I'm referring to the guilty person who did this nightmare and anxiety. Yes, you know that's why they call her. They already don't start it. This is such a tragic case. It is. It is. It is. All other blacks are killing other blacks. And all the white people. And I never see this attention is getting to just, well, Poker, I'm finna get on out of here. Because I ain't got time for what. Where my heart goes out to the family, yes. Mine's too. Mine's too. Now the woman got to reroute her whole life. Auntie, you sure looking pretty. Thank you, Anita. All right, I love y'all. I don't spend a little time with y'all. And we going to go ahead on and get on off of here. Because, you know, like I say, people don't like to hear the truth. But the truth is just the truth. And like I say, it's a young man. We have not found out how he left this world. And we need to know what happened to him. Okay? We need to know what happened to this baby. No Reba don't play. Auntie, I move. You did, baby? Okay. My brother invited me to be a couple of his friends to the banquet, and the white folks got drunk, and they was throwing in the pool, and they want us to leave, and there was, they changed, they switch out. They can't have no alcohol. I know, girl. I done been to their parties too, baby. They show out. The boss don't be boss no more. You don't know who the hell they is. All right, I love y'all. Don't get nothing on you. Let me play our song out of here. I know I hit my song. Hold on. Here she go down. Commercials. You two get their money. It's not bull. I smell bullshit. I smell it high now every day. It is bullshit. All right, love y'all. Come on over, children. Come on over. 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 Come on over to your auntie. I say, come on. I say, come on in here. Bring some happiness. Bring some laughter. Bring some said, come on over. Come on over to your auntie house. I said, come on over to your auntie house. I said, come on in here. I said, get on in here. We gon' ride around on this bus. We gon' discuss some of this old stuff. I said, come on over to your auntie house. I said, come on over to auntie house. I said, come on in here. Come on in here. I got to be talking about bring that down, bring that bread. And make sure you bring your friends. I said, come on over to your auntie house. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, everybody welcome in. Everybody welcome in. Bring more than one friend. Everybody just come on in. Just come on over. Come on over to your auntie house. I say, come on over. Come on over. I love y'all. Come on over. And don't get left alone. Come, run around. Let's all go to auntie house.